Okay. Starts. Well, oh shit. Sorry. Okay, we're kind of going live. We've one leg in the race. Why is there? Oh man, I just burnt my jacket.
Oh fuck!
Fucking hell! Oh man!
Oh shit!
All right, it's fine. This is the, ladies and gentlemen. This is the. Oh man, how's this work? We're only live in one place so far.
Alright.
And with the audio is live. Okay, but last step is to get. Okay, last step. Here we go. Are we live? That is the question. Are we live? We're talking loud. We're talking the talk. But are we live? We have sound. I'm gonna turn that sound up a little smidge. We have sound. What else do we need for true love? Okay. I think we're just going for it. We're going for it. John Newby, how you getting on? This is live.
Alright, man, what's the crack?
We're talking about journey into the mind. And we're fucking live everywhere. We're going out of hell for leather.
We're gonna go deep into our minds.
This is the Vegan Stephen podcast. Okay, we're going to turn on chat on all the places. We're live on Instagram. We're live everywhere. I'm going to quickly read out the disclaimer. Okay. This is the Vegan Stephen podcast. This is a parody of a podcast. Vegan Stephen is a fictional character. All guests are allegedly fictional characters. All characters and events in this show, even though it's based on real people, are entirely fictional. All celebrity voices are impersonated poorly. The following program contains coarse language and due to its content should not be viewed by anyone. I am here with the infamous Dr. Boogie, and I am here myself, whatever my name is. And myself and Dr. Boogie, I don't know if it was me or who it was, but we were in town and we met a guard.
The sound, man, I have to say, was really, really awesome.
Yeah?
Really awesome.
We have a picture to prove it. You can check it out on the Instagram. I was going to... Oh. We're just watching ourselves back there. So listen, we're just going to have a
We're
chat.
in a different time zone.
We're just going to have a relaxed chat. We have the live stream on... How are you getting on, Brian Slats? You're looking gorgeous. We have the live stream going on, okay, on wherever we are. Click link in bio on the Instagram if you guys want to watch the full screen with candles and everything going on the... What is it, Dr. Boogie? On the YouTube. This podcast is available everywhere, okay? It's available... iTunes, all the rest of it. We're here tonight to talk about journey into the mind. We're going to get deep. Hold on to your socks. We're going to hold your hand. This is late night entertainment. This is blue. This is X-rated. There could be anything happening.
Anything can happen in this.
This is
They'll
live.
burn down. You never know.
This is not a drill, okay? I'm going to write that in your comment. Here we go.
This is live.
This is live.
Just fasten your seatbelts.
Join in. Yes, anything says Sean there, live on the chat. Okay. You guys we're here interacting with you guys. This is 100% live. Alright. It's a live conversation. Okay, here we go. You guys can join in. Alright. Okay. You can join in either on the YouTube, click the link in bio, or else you can join in via the... You get the point. I'm just going to relax and have a beer and we're just going to have a chat, alright? Nothing serious, just two lads.
Just having a...
And that's it.
Alright, let's do it.
We might have a look at the odd question. Go.
Ooh. Well, and if you have any questions for us, let us know. We may or not answer them. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what the crack is. I'm going to have a good time, man. I'm going to open a crack of beer or something.
Fucking hell. I'll tell you what, beer's one. If you want anything to ease the mind, the beer.
The beers.
The one way to do it is the beer.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking love that stuff.
We turn up the sound a bit.
It just kind of eases you in, and then you can go from there, basically. Nothing better on a Saturday night, chilling out with a beer.
So what's the crack with exploring your mind? Are we talking about astral projection again? In the last episode, Dr. Boogie, we were talking about astral projection and so on.
Well, we're going to go kind of...
Where bear is it? Beer. B-E-R. We are talking about Heineken And we also have Red Bull here, man. Are you ready to explore your own mind? We're going to find out.
We should mix them up, Red Bull and beer. What do you think?
Yeah, we might even...
Let's know what you think.
Might even smoke some tears. We'll see what the crack is. This is a fictional podcast, okay? Tears. Do not try this at home. What? Yeah, we already read that out. Okay. Keep going. All right. So, what? How could people at home explore their mind, Dr. Boogie? How would you recommend journey into the mind there?
Well, just kind of look inward instead of outward for a start. See what kind of things you have, like see what things are you, like, let's say, good at, what kind of things do you felt served your purpose, or what things made you successful in any area. It doesn't have to be like achievement or anything, but like personal, like even in like social life, family life, anything that gave you that moment where you're like, fuck, I couldn't get any better. It's all 100%. That's a good place to start, and then kind of go from there. But we're going to go even deeper.
Oh my word.
That, yeah. And one thing I want to kind of bring up, so
yeah,
a few things. I know we were talking about astral projection, but
in your last episode, I think we did 2 hours straight on that.
Yeah.
You took me on a journey.
Well, we're going to go on a journey into the universe.
Yeah.
Shall we go to the inner universe or the outer universe? Because apparently there's two.
Alright, let's see where we're going. Let's strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen.
Did you know?
Strap yourselves in.
Did you know if you go underwater deep enough, that's just the same as being in space? And you
How far do you have to go, Dr.
I
Bailey?
think it's about 5,000 to 7,000 meters before you start at the point where there's like no sunlight. And if you go down, let's say in a submarine, the pressure, like obviously it's higher, but it's the same as having low pressure in space. It's just the complete opposite. And if you go down far enough, here's a fact: the deepest part of the world is the Marianas Trench in East Asia, in the West Pacific.
Yeah.
And the deepest point is it's basically bigger than 3 times the height of Mount Everest. You could fit 3 Mount Everests in the deepest part of...
Is Mount Everest the biggest mountain, or am I just...
It is.
It is, okay.
Well, apparently it's on the highest point. I don't know if the biggest mountain individually, but within the mountain range it's the highest point on the planet anyway. But apparently from that to sea level you can fit 3 of them comfortably in the Marianas Trench, which is the deepest ocean in the world. So you go from the top of Mount Everest to the Marianas Trench. But
yeah.
I'm going to build a roller coaster. I want to.
Who's going on the roller coaster? It's €5 a go.
Yeah,
who's joining in?
Yeah, anyone out there heard of the euthanasia coaster?
Oh shit! Euthanasia roller coaster.
Well, it's a hypothetical thing where... Do you remember I showed you that video?
I remember. I was nearly getting sick looking at it, man.
It's just fucking disturbing how it just distorts your vision, just like hypoxia, basically. And what was it? You basically go on, like, if you like to say, fuck it, I'm dying of an illness or something. You go on this roller coaster and it kind of brings you up a chain lift with 500 meters, and then it drops you 500 meters, and then it does a succession of 10 loops, each one smaller than the last. And the idea is for your blood to rush to your brain to create hypoxia and just starve you of oxygen and kill you in the most pleasant, euphoric way. So you just like on such a fucking high and you just like die basically.
Yeah?
Yeah, and then they just come and collect your bodies off the thing when the ride comes back round. It's like, did you have a good ride?
A bit dead, like.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, he forgot to pay.
Oh yeah, shit, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm fucking doomed now, literally. But yeah, like the kind of things, speaking of that, like, talking about that, none of that, if you can equate that to, going a bit off topic again, but
go for it.
Can you equate that to almost that bit between you wake and sleep? Anyone out there had any exceptional experiences between sleep and awake? That really kind of light sleep. Let's say you when you go to sleep normally, you wake up and then let's say you go up and get a glass of water and you fall back asleep again. That's what shit goes down.
That's when you shit the bed, man. Shit, piss everywhere,
yeah.
comb, the works. It's disgusting.
So
Sorry, sorry.
I thought it was nice.
Sorry, I'm just talking
Come
shite.
on,
Don't mind.
come on. And I'm gonna just take.
Wet the whistle there now. You don't want to be getting a sore throat. It's a high performance ordeal, you know.
Oh, going into your mind is very fucking high performance. If you go deep enough, you become one with the universe. You become the one molecule.
Become that one molecule. You're hearing it here first.
Reminds me of like I don't know, like Interstellar. Anyone seen that movie?
I haven't seen Interstellar. I think that the audience is very shy. We've got like a few hundred people and putting all our platforms together. We've got a few hundred people. A lot of people are very shy. They're not really sure if this is a joke or not. It is a I don't know, it is a parody of a podcast or whatever, but I don't know. Keep going, man.
So we'll see. Well, they'll find out. Yeah. Anyways, Interstellar. What were your thoughts on Interstellar?
It confused me to flippers, man. It confused me big time.
Kind of what was really interesting about it is when they went to that, they went basically this was a scene where they went to another planet, and on that planet they came back to. They were only on it for like 10 minutes because a big massive tsunami was going to kill them, so they just like ran in the spaceship. I think they left someone behind. It's
Yeah.
like, fuck it, I'm leaving you behind. We're going in our spaceship, and they took off. When they got back to Earth, they realised like it's just been on that planet for 10 minutes. Like a million Earth years passed, like literally a million. So everyone they knew back home was dead. So basically, like, where have you been all this time?
That would be shite.
And that's partly the same in real life. Like time works differently in different parts of the universe. It's not just all this. Or is time real?
It is time real.
No,
It's not.
apparently not.
That's a trick question or whatever, ladies and gentlemen.
Have you ever noticed a clock goes in a loop? When it goes from 12, it ends up back in the same place again.
Oh my god, he's right.
It never ends.
Never ends.
Everything's infinite. Oh, there's a motorway that goes on forever. You know the M25 in London? If you had infinite petrol, you'd be driving. Technically, you're going on forever. And the road never ends.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
So just all these little things that we kind of just ignore. It's like, just think about it for a sec. Think about the little things that we kind of overlook, and then just kind of think a little bit deeper into that and see what you kind of think about. Brings me on to my next subject, Interstellar. Yeah, shall I give away the ending? Spoiler alert. If you do not want to hear the ending, cover your ears now. So they eventually go into this black hole, and basically what happens is they end up back. They literally end up back behind that bookcase. If anyone remember that scene, the bookcase, and they just were back where they started. I mean, it's just the most anti-climatic ending. But when they did get behind that, they were in this like paradox of different universes, and each it was like a kaleidoscope, and everything was a pattern of like when you're in a room with mirrors either side and front and back of you, and it's just infinite amount of mirrors.
I love that. Like mirrors on either side of the room, ladies and gentlemen.
I just like
and you can. It's just if you have it set up right, it just looks like it goes on forever.
And what's really even more fascinating is if you look hard enough, you notice it starts to spiral like that. So I don't know if that anything to do with going in. Everything's about loops. Everything. Seems to be.
It was about loops all along.
It was, yeah.
How could we be so foolish?
I was just loopy.
Jeez, gone.
Oh, I have to pick up my
Is it?
I'm colourblind. Hold on a minute.
Is it? That's like a quarter.
Oh, grand. But yeah, no, it just kind of goes on a loop, and it goes on and on and on. It never ends. Like.
That's mirrors. The scariest film I've ever seen or watched, or however you say that in the English world, is a film called Mirrors, and it's where your reflection kind of works against you. It's like a horror film.
Right.
And
okay.
your reflection, tries to stab you or something, and they end up having to block up all the mirrors and stuff, and it's just a bit of fun, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a bit of fun.
I love those kind of. I like the horror movies. I like the real kind of psychological ones.
Yeah.
Ones that really fuck up your mind. I mean, fucking hell.
I can't sleep after some of those. Like it fucked me up. I watch it and I'm like, this is nothing. And then I can't sleep for 2 weeks after because in the back of my mind it triggered some kind of
I had one. I had the most fucked up dream after watching one. I don't know. Shall I mention it? It's about. Alright, everyone. This is disturbing as fuck.
Disturbing as fuck. This is strictly. You have to be strictly over 50 years old if you want to watch this.
And you got to be in good frame, or your mind's fucked after this. So I was watching this movie called Too Young to Die. It's based on a true story, where it's in some country. Shall I say the name of the country? Yeah, fuck it. It's in America.
Alright.
Where they basically, about a young girl was being put to death for a murder, and she's only like 15 years old.
Yeah.
And the end of the scene was the most fucked up thing, because they literally just showed her standing in front of the gas chamber and bawling her eyes out, and that was the end of it.
Sorry. Just fell over.
I love this Alice in Wonderland, these hold tones.
Yeah, I was trying to build suspense while you were talking.
And so then she gets to the gas chamber, but you don't see her going in.
Oh, Kubrick, how you getting on?
Oh, it's the crack, man.
Keep going.
But you don't see basically them going into the thing. The movie just ends there, and that's it. And she's dead. She's gone. But that had the most fucked up effect psychologically, because I had a dream. Are you ready for this?
Oh my god.
Or this. I had this dream where you basically, I was in like the coffin being wheeled on a conveyor belt into a gas chamber, and I just woke up.
Oh, it was a dream and you thought it was real?
At the time, yeah.
You were real panicked and scared and shit, like.
Funny enough, I wasn't. It was just like felt so natural, as if it was meant to happen. But I wasn't trying to get out of it. It's just like, yeah, it's happening. I kind of solely knew it's a dream, so I just kind of let it happen, and then I just woke up. It's like when you're dying in a dream, you just wake up here. It's like you technically experienced what dying was like.
Yeah.
Real fucking fucked up shit. And all because my subconscious was telling me, yeah, you were disturbed like fuck because of that movie.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that fucked too.
I need some sunglasses. I'll pop my hat down. I mean,
Take this.
You need to protect your identity.
Fuck that. I think my eyes are gonna. My eyes look a lot.
But your top secret identity, man. Your wife might leave you.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
If she figures out what you're up to, man, you gotta protect your
I
identity.
don't want that to happen. I'd be fucked up.
I'm gonna. Fuck it. It's early days. Okay, keep going. We're on fire.
It's gonna get brighter as we go along. But but coming from all of that, like just real kind of disturbing shit. But how the fuck did I go from talking about Interstellar into that? Just kind of forget how you change direction.
A new direction?
No, like in conversation, you talk about one thing.
Someone has to say Dickens 2, is it? Dracula 2. There you are. Dracula 2. Dracula 2. I don't know why we're talking about Dracula 2. But this lad wants to talk about Dracula 2. Oh. This is what's on the people's minds. Sorry, keep going.
I don't know about
other dimension. Here we go. We're staying on track. We're staying on topic.
I don't know.
Journey into your mind.
I wish I knew more about Dracula 2. But Journeys in the Mind. Yeah, but if I was just to bring it back a little bit to Interstellar, into quantum physics, one of my fucking amazing shit. Black holes. If you think about a black hole, anyone out there, like a black hole in space that kind of sucks everything in. Everything, like once you go in, you can't come out. They discovered an actual black hole through like this special like telescope recently. It was in a newspaper about a few months ago.
How can you see a black hole though? It's black. It's a hole. I
think you're not so much seeing the hole itself, but you're seeing the kind of light around it that's kind of getting sucked in.
It's just like watching like a camera flash, or what is it like?
It's actually like it's like almost looking at a star, like a haze, like a haze orange light, but you can only be seen through the telescope. It's like a solar flare coming out, and then it kind of shaped around like a blackness, so you can see like a portal into just a blackness and nothing else. Like, but
you rolling, says Simon Dorn. I'm rolling the good time, and I'm trying to listen to the man here. Keep going, Phil.
When you were looking at when you see the thing through the telescope, you just see this kind of like it's like Stargate. Anyone sees Stargate, except that instead of a blue portal, it's just black. But do you know what, that black hole is actually not the hole itself at all.
It was actually a vagina. I don't know.
You see more in Pornhub, but anyway. So.
I don't know what Pornhub is.
I don't know. Yeah.
I heard a rumour that it's a good place to go to get maths tips for your leaving cert. I heard Pornhub. That's where you get the best maths tips. I'm just going to lightly finger pick, so I'm not going to... You just keep talking, man.
But it just helps you concentrate. Just helps you concentrate anyway.
Do you see yourself okay in the thing there?
Yeah. And then, so what was it? I forgot what I was going to say.
Black holes.
Into the porthole, a bit like Stargate, but just a black hole anyway. And but the black hole isn't a hole itself anyway. It's a point of infinite density, what we call a singularity. So even whole stars can be sucked down to the point of something smaller than our thumb, basically. But do you know what? It's you literally come into something that gets infinitely smaller.
Who do you like to look into for all your science information? Like who's your favourite?
Just random. I like
Stephen
Hawking's.
Stephen Hawking's the boy, is he?
Hawking radiation, and there was one other thing I was looking at, Schwarzschild radiation, which is basically an area where if you compress something enough, it becomes a black hole, and absolutely anything can become a black hole if compressed enough. Apparently, that's how it is.
Even your credit card bills.
Yeah, and but if you squash the Earth into the side of a peanut, it'd become a point of infinite density, and it'd suck anything.
You can squash the Earth into the size of a peanut.
But if that's how small the Earth needs to be for it to become a black hole. If the Earth was suddenly compressed into a side of a peanut, it becomes a black hole because you're taking something huge and infinitely condensing it, or something so fucking huge, and the sun to condense to have to be condensed into the size of a small town.
But the sun is a ball of gas. Surely you can just condense gas forever, no?
Well, I think it's just the gravity, how gravity exists. Everything has some sort of density. Beyond that, it just becomes. I like to almost kind of think on the theory of you can, if you were to, let's say you cut a piece of paper in half, you can cut that up again, and if you got infinitely smaller, everything, there'd always be something there. It wouldn't just go out of existence. It just becomes so small you wouldn't be able to see it. But you can get infinitely smaller as well as you getting infinitely bigger, because that thing still exists.
Yeah.
So let's say I don't know.
Can I tell a mini story? There was a science professor, and he had a glass jar, and he filled it full of rocks. He said to his class, "Listen, is this jar empty or full?" And it was empty, and they said it was empty. Then he filled it up with rocks, and he said, "Is it empty or full?" And everyone said it was full. And he said, "Could I fit anything else in here?" And they said, "No, it'd be impossible to fit anything else in there." He got a load of sand, poured it in there, and he said, "Is it full now?" And everyone said, "Yes, it's completely full. You filled it from rocks, now you filled it from sand." And then he got some water and poured the water in, and he said, "Is it full now?" And that was it, like.
Fucking wow! If you just think about that for a sec, I mean, that's almost like is that a psychology thing? Like, cause that's
some college professor. I just stuck my mind. I heard it in an interview once.
Oh wow! It's like the saying, yeah. Even if you think you can't solve the problem any further, it's like almost kind of think outside. That's a real kind of think outside the box analogy. It's like, well, what did it mean you had to fill it? And it goes to show, it says don't limit yourself. That's like saying don't just limit yourself to the big rocks. Like, see what else you can do. There's always things you can kind of fit in there as well. So that's really interesting. Oh, I never know such a. Oh, there's another one. I don't know if you're aware of this. Another college professor was running a psychology masterclass, and he said, "Right, everyone, pick up the glasses and hold it for a minute. That's full of water. Hold it for a minute." And he said, "Do you feel tired now?" No. And he says, "Well, hold on to that glass for about an hour and see how you feel." An hour. Yeah. I said, "How do you feel?" It's like, if you held it for an hour, you'd feel a lot more exhausted. He said, "Well, life is just the same.
Oh.
If you have a little bit of stress, you can deal with it. Don't let it get on top if you don't hold on to it. If you hold on to the stress, it becomes weighs on you. So even though it might not be bad at the beginning, if you keep holding on to it, it gets worse."
Damn, it's a masterclass in exploring your own mind. Is it a masterclass, or are we just talking? I don't know. For me, we're just two lads having a chat anyway.
And we're journeying into ourselves. Inward to the inner world of our minds. Yep. The inner makings of our computer brain. And apparently we only use like 0.01% of our brains. Like we use fuck
0%.
all.
I thought it was 10%. Sure.
Really?
Everything you say, I'm not going to disagree with you. So just
Right.
get used to it.
Well, I'm gonna just reverse to say the opposite.
Yeah.
But apparently the rest of it is your subconscious, which is like the thing that you're not aware of.
Tells you when to breathe and stuff, inhale and.
Pretty much, yeah. It tells you that you can say it's responsible for being able to say the alphabet forwards, no problem, but not backwards. I don't really, in the musical alphabet you have like 7 letters in the alphabet: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Say the alphabet backwards from G as quick as you can from A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Say it backwards just as quick from G.
G flat. Was it? I should have said F sharp. Can I say F sharp instead?
Yeah.
G, F sharp, F, E flat, D flat, C flat, B, B flat, A.
Yeah.
A flat, back to G.
Yeah.
I cheated.
Do you remember we were talking about the loop? Everything's in the loop.
It's like this, isn't it? And then it loops. And then it loops. Could you play that? You know, Staircase, the Neverending Staircase. Do you know how to play that on piano?
Not really, but I probably
It's like one scale, isn't it? It's just one scale that loops. So this is an aural illusion, and it sounds like it's never gonna stop. It sounds like it's constantly going up.
There is an audio illusion actually where it goes and then it makes you think it's going up, and then it just never. You think, and then your brain's tricked to going up. And there's actually. Have you ever been on this thing?
No, it's not.
Yeah, but
I think there's two
frequencies that they use.
Two playing.
Very interesting. And I'm sure you're aware of like binaural beats, how they work. It's like they're less
I did
than
my college project on binaural beats. But yeah, go on. I did.
No, you go because you're the.
Binaural beats is where you play a low frequency to kind of reset your mind in your ears. Usually do it at a low frequency, and it plays it rapidly to your ears, and it causes you to zone out. And some people even try it instead of drugs.
Wow.
One of our lecturers said he left the ecstasy pills at home one night and just put on the earphones and tried out binaural beats, ready to trip balls, and he didn't. He just felt more relaxed.
Okay.
He was there ready for a hardcore trip, like. But
and is it true that for binaural beats to exist, you have to have two different frequencies running at the same time, like less than a semitone, or I don't know.
No, it's just well, binaural beats are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's normally just the same frequency and just rapidly pan. Binaural is to do with bi as in 2 ears, so it just flips between the ears.
Yeah. Binaural, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Mm.
Well, it's
Very
definitely
interesting.
it's very trippy anyway. You listen to it, like I wouldn't be able to listen to it now. I'd probably get sick.
Should try it.
Yeah, feeling fragile right now.
I'm feeling grand.
Yeah, fair play. Are you feeling like you're on holidays yet, or maybe
Not yet.
dipping the toe in the sand?
Yeah, that tropical sunshine, that white sand.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll never forget. I was in Florida once, and just at night time, just walking along the white sand at night in a nice tropical with no sleeves whatsoever, just having the absolute fucking lifetime.
Oh Jesus!
I just love that place. I like any kind of place where it's just warm, hot,
Yeah.
never gets cold. I mean, just imagine one day I would escape from the winter when you get a cold snap like this, and you just want to go off to another country, and you're just like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the old heat's good.
Oh yeah. I feel like.
How do you feel about Star Trek when they just went on holidays? They just went into a hologram instead of going on actual holidays.
Well, at least it's one way of doing it. I mean, are we in a hologram universe? Because nothing
That's what I heard.
actually is nothing actually is solid.
Well, time doesn't exist. Time doesn't exist. Money doesn't exist. What else doesn't exist? Where's this gal going?
We don't exist.
We don't exist. We're all existential thoughts of someone's fart. We're all an alien's fart.
Oh
Or
my God! I was on a bus coming home last night, and there was these guys pretending to be boy bands, and they were just singing "Uptown Fart, You've been living in an uptown far
I
south.
hope you joined in. I don't know.
Yeah, in my mind I did, yeah.
Your mind.
Fucking hell. They're the boy band. But, yeah, where
Put
were
head on this beer.
yeah, heads up, like.
So where would someone start off like if they're thinking about? Alright, so I don't know.
What? Sorry, what?
I don't know. I just started talking and I don't know. What's it called? Journey into the mind.
Journey into the mind, yeah.
On we go.
So we're gonna go deeper into the mind. Deep, deep, deep.
I'm looking at fluff off this, man. It's getting.
Well, that's gonna go for a while. Also, I'm shit at pouring beer, so I don't know.
Fuck, we'll put the guitar away.
Now, don't fret about
Perhaps a piece from
Since I had a few things, I just make silly puns and stuff like that. I don't know if you call them silly or not.
So, which is, I don't know, there's black holes, there's string theory, there's
I might need to look a few things
interdimensional paedophile vampires. There's
here's something really something really fascinating.
Go on.
Apparently, well, according to theory of probability, here we go.
Yeah.
Apparently, anything you can imagine has already happened at some point in the infinite dimensions, not necessarily in time, because time doesn't exist. You can go to any paradox of any time, and pretty much anything that has ever happened has already happened and is happening. Anything that's about to happen has already happened, and anything that's happened is about to happen. Anything that is happening now has already happened in the past and the future. Time and space are essentially the same thing.
Sorry, keep going.
If you notice, if you were dreaming, you can feel like you've been in a dream for about 10 years, and then if you how's the thing going?
Yeah, I just have to improve the internet connection. So the first half of the show may have been a bit slow,
okay.
but we're all good.
Grand.
We're all good. I'm just improving the internet connection here, ladies and gentlemen. We're back on track. We're ready
We are
to
all
go.
connected via the internet.
Via the internet.
The source of hyperspace.
You're hearing it
Is
here
that
first.
considered another dimension? What was it? No, cyberspace. Hyperspace. It's like the 11th dimension.
I thought that you said there was only like 7 dimensions or something.
I know there's supposedly 7, but I think there's sub things. According to some people, there's an infinite amount of dimensions. Ultimately, I think we can only comprehend like 7. I think I don't know actually. Some people say it's 7. Some people say it's 11. Some people say there's infinite. But you know why numbers can go on forever. Either way.
Oh God, I'm clinging on to this conversation for dear life, just because, man. This is deep concept. It's a conceptual.
But the thing is, numbers are infinite either way. So where does 0 come into it? I want to know what 0's all about.
Shit.
I mean, if you really had to comprehend 0, what is 0 really? I mean, some people say it's nothing, but if you think you can go below 0, how is it nothing? There's something below it.
Right.
So what is 0 really?
0 is a fucking arsehole. People think it's in between. Was it 1 and 3? 1 is always slagging 0.
Why is 6 rated 7?
Because I don't know.
Because no, you're saying go on. 7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9. Oh shit! Ghost stories.
Oh
no. Oh, can we talk about Chris Hansen and how to catch a
Predator?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
Paedophile stings are the best, aren't they? They're so good.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Can you tell me some of your favourite ones? Some of your top favourite ones?
Oh,
there's this TV show called what's it called Catch a Predator with Chris Hansen, and what he does is he kind of tricks paedophiles into what does he even do?
He brings them like they come to the house and they use a teenage they use a girl as a decoy dressed as a teenage girl, so they think they're gonna go in and speak to this girl.
And
there's a couple of stood out for me, and there was one basically where they.
It's a sting operation, and basically the paedophile comes in. Sometimes they're naked or something, and they're getting ready to see someone underage, and then this presenter walks in and goes, "I'm Chris Hansen. Were you about to touch a kid?" And the person is usually naked, and they're like, "Oh no, I just I'm in the wrong house," and then they get arrested, and then it turns out they got like 20 million condoms on them, and they were planning on having like intercourse with this person who's under the age of consent.
And the thing is, because over there they get very like severe sentences as well.
Like, get down on the ground.
And the fucking
He has a condom. Get him.
Like, sometimes she's the last speaker. Move your hands, back up, do not move or you will be shot. There was one episode that really stood out. There was he went in all like big and all ready, and then Chris Hansen came out and he knew straight away it was about to happen, and he's like, "I don't want to leave, I gotta go to jail," and he kept going on like that for about 10 minutes.
Apparently it got cancelled because one of the guests killed themselves or something.
Really? Is that on the Jeremy Kyle show?
To be honest, I don't know.
In the Jeremy Kyle show, they were doing a lie detector test on a man, and apparently after that lie detector test happened on the show, the wife left him and he committed suicide, and they cancelled the show after that.
Is it the show's fault that he had a crap marriage, like?
I don't think, but I think they're blaming the show for exposing him because he was vulnerable in a mental position. Mentally he was vulnerable, and yet they still exposed him. So they said that you can't. The ITV was basically saying, "Sorry, but one person's dead now. We cannot allow you to expose people in negative situations. So we're gonna stop your show permanently."
I heard a rumor. I don't know how true it is, that they lock you in a room before you go on for like, they make you show up like 6 hours early.
Really?
And they keep going. Have you heard what the other person's saying about you? And they get them real drunk or something.
Fuck.
And then apparently they give them alcohol, and they ask them, do you have any underlying mental conditions? And if they have something that is like, what's that thing called, a mild antidepressant called, if they're on anything
dysthymia or something like that.
I don't know, if they're on anything like lithium, they go, right, they're too crazy. But if they're on something like Prozac, they go, okay, they're the perfect right amount of crazy for a reality TV show.
Oh,
so
okay.
then they get them hammered and bring them out. Apparently this is like the top secret formula for a reality TV show. They get people who are like mildly mentally unstable and then wind them up and just let them loose. Like, this guy, like, have you heard what your ex-girlfriend? Yeah, have you heard what your ex-girlfriend's been doing? She's been saying you're a big, you don't know how to walk the dog. She says you're crap, and the I don't know, people just get furious or whatever. You know?
They just lose their shit, no?
Yeah.
Well,
these are all rumours now. I don't know if they're true.
Well, I don't know what happened to the guy, like, he killed himself, like, because they did a lie detector test, and he was like in his 50s or 60s, and
Yeah.
and then the relationship was rocking, and so the thing was about them, were you having an affair or not? And they basically, he went on and then did the lie detector test, which according to the lie detector test he failed, and she then believed that and left him. That's the allegation was when the police were investigating his death, like they had to go in to the show and investigate, because they have to do that by law. If you put if you put a person who's supposed to be mentally in a vulnerable position, you're apparently responsible. You could be allegedly held legally responsible for that. So they actually, police were involved, and the ITV said we have to cancel the show permanently.
Yeah. What?
I know Dr. Phil. Here's another one, Dr. Phil.
Well, yeah, I've talked about Dr. Phil in the podcast before. He's an absolute, not badass, how to say, an absolute troll, or I don't know. He's an absolute badass on the, I don't know. Send him to the ranch.
Did you ever see the bits where he actually does, they actually gets teenagers, they send securities to collect the teenagers to bring to the show.
Apparently, do you hear he's not actually a real doctor? Oprah Winfrey.
Oh, I didn't think he was.
Oprah Winfrey's just called him a doctor. He doesn't have a doctorate. That's like a stage name. Like you're.
Oh yeah, I knew straight. He's not an actual doctor.
Yeah, why everyone calls him a doctor? It's so funny.
Fucking hell, yeah.
Yeah, well, everyone calls us doctors. Yeah, so it's fine.
Yeah. No, yeah, just a big man himself.
Any more memorable episodes of catching mad paedophiles? And
well, maybe not necessarily on Chris Hansen. Well,
any description, even those weird YouTube videos where
oh,
they're on a phone.
Fucking love that.
Yeah.
I've
watched all of them. Like they're hilarious.
Me too. I just absolutely fucking hilarious. And there's this one where this man, like supposedly this autistic man, who went on, and they were catching him and saying, I don't know what I was doing. I was just on the phone to someone arranging something. He looked like an alien out of Star Trek or something like that.
Their excuses are so bad. They're like, sorry, are you waiting for Pauline? Yes. I mean, no. Who's Pauline?
There was one episode where they basically the hunting team that they were catching, they went into the pub. The man who was to be stung, like he was supposed to be meeting a 14-year-old. He was working as a chef in a pub, and he basically arranged the decoy to meet the 14-year-old to meet at his workplace. He was going to lure her into the pub and give her food and all that, and then take her upstairs. He lived above the pub, like, because he worked there. They actually gave him a room to live there.
Yeah.
And then they basically went in and they called him out to the back garden, like the beer garden. And he said, you sure you know?
Oh, I love that episode. Yeah. He was the chef, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was
he lived upstairs in the episode. That was unreal.
And then was the manager or just a waitress that came out later saying, and your manager saying, we're not trying to ruin your pub or your reputation, but we can't let a paedophile work in your kitchen. And they were saying like, well, what do you think the parents would think if they saw a paedophile working in your kitchen?
Not good, man, not good. Not a good look.
And then he goes like, well, do you know what? I should just kill myself.
They always,
they always say, like the sob story, like I'm mentally broken. Like, yeah, but what do you think you would have done to the child though? It was a lot worse.
It's a shit situation for everyone involved. Like, there's no winners.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, even for the people who sting them, because a lot of them were actually sexually abused as children themselves.
I know, it's a cycle, isn't it?
So they kind of, I think their way of healing is to kind of catch them, or I don't know if they were trying to get revenge or something.
Like the paedophiles themselves were abused as kids, and the people getting like sussing them out were abused as kids, and just nobody's having a good time in the whole situation. Like the paedophiles don't want to be paedophiles because they don't want to be social outcasts, but they have this urge they can't control, and I don't know.
What makes them into paedophiles? Just the fact because they were abused, and that it seems okay, maybe.
Yeah, I can only guess. Like I've watched 1 or 2 documentaries, and I'm no expert, but I watched a few documentaries and so on, and it's got a level. My storage full. What? Sorry. Not now. I think the camera's still going. Okay, so
yeah.
So that's the crack with that. You heard it here first.
They're kind of funny, some of them, though. I have to say that I don't know, I won't mention. Yeah, we mentioned Chris Hansen. Shane Brannigan, you ever seen his ones?
What's the name of this thing? Is it just like Paedophile Hunter of England, or they all have different niches, like Paedophile Hunters in Northern Ireland and Paedophile Hunters?
I don't know. Shane Brannigan, he apparently his is not of normal something. But he's the one that shouts at them. He really gets at them.
What is he like? What are you doing? Is he one of those guys who goes, "Are you resisting arrest?" Or I don't know. What's
he says, "You fucking move and I'll fucking take you down, you miserable cunt. You should kill yourself." Like he's extremely aggressive.
Does he do it by himself, or is he with people?
He usually has a security team with him. Like he always has people. Like, but he's the one who usually is in charge of the conversation. Most of them usually have at least one person who does most of the talking in these stings.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's always loads of phones, and then the guards are coming, or whatever country they're in.
I like they say, this is taxi for nonces. And they nickname them nonce, basically. I know in the UK, I know they call them nonces.
And does that mean like...
It's basically a paedophile. People who are talking to underage people.
Oh, okay. And nonce.
Nonce, yeah.
Jeez, yeah. Like I said, it's shy crack for everyone involved.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
There is no winners in that situation.
There was one episode I actually saw where they were stinging a man, and then people were watching it live stream, and they got wind of it, and they weren't far off, and they all came over and tried to beat the shit out of him. But the decoy group, whatever you call them, the group that stings them basically had to protect the man from being, and they just said, listen, don't beat him up now, you might get arrested.
Yeah, that's the thing, like, yeah, there's so many emotions, like, that's why you need to know Gardaí involved sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
How cool was that? I don't keep going on about it. How cool was that, getting the picture taken with the guard? Like, oh my god.
That was fucking awesome.
I was so terrified to go up to him, like.
You fucking did good to do that, man. Wow.
I just thought, like, if I said hello to me, just like be like, you're arrested. Because I have all this weird fear of talking to guards. I just feel like they're just gonna say.
But they instill that kind
you
of
match
fear.
the description, get in the van.
Well, the thing is, most people who have experience with them aren't usually very positive. Usually with police in general, I think.
Yeah.
So it's nice to like see him, and in fact, he did. It was fair play, and he was completely accepting of it. And
yeah,
I mean,
it's
very.
so nice.
I mean, I've never seen that before.
There's all these weird laws in Ireland where you're not allowed to record a guard while he's working, which is just so confusing. Because if like a guard is beating the shit out of someone, you're not allowed to record it because you're not allowed to record a guard.
So even if he's breaking the law, you can't record it.
You cannot record a guard in duty under any circumstances. I could be wrong. I could have heard this.
So you could murder a kid and you still wouldn't be allowed to record him.
I
don't know.
I don't know.
It's grey areas, probably.
Yeah.
Probably exaggerating.
I don't know. But yeah, it was nice just to go. Like, he's just an ordinary lad. Like, he's probably our age. We went up to him and said, "Listen, officer." I can't remember what I said to him. I said something like, "Officer."
You like? I know. I'm sorry to take.
I don't want to waste any of your time. How would you feel about
getting in a picture? Yeah.
Would you be okay taking a selfie with us? And I said, you can hold the phone. And he said, he kind of looked us up and down and saw like what we were up to. He probably smelt the bang of drugs off me. And then he was like, fuck it. This vegan Stephen lad says, sounds alright. Add me on Instagram and all that. He's probably watching the video right now.
Hope you're watching.
I hope you're watching, guard. I don't know what your name is, but thanks very much for that. There's a picture of you on Instagram there. So yeah, I don't know. How do you feel?
I think it's really I think it's absolutely awesome. I mean, especially and I think that's how they should be, because we should be able to look up to people like him.
Yeah, he's a person in power. He's setting an example for society.
And it's people like him that will keep us safe ultimately if something happened.
Yeah.
And we should be trusting them to kind of keep us safe, basically, really.
Like, everyone gives out about the guards, but who's the first person you call when something goes wrong? The guards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just terrified. They're just going to throw me in prison just for saying something stupid. Or like, they're going to accuse me of something mad, like, I don't know, having an illegal haircut or something mad. I don't know. Like, you're going down. We're sending you to the chair.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, it's fucking hell.
Fair fucking play. That was like, never seen that before. That was pretty awesome.
I was more chuffed, like, I was more chuffed than asking it. You know, if you go up, you have confidence to ask out a girl who's like, you think she's real nice or whatever.
Oh yeah.
She looks like has a gorgeous personality and lovely eyes, you know, and but I was way more chuffed talking to a guard, because that was one of the scariest things I've ever done. Like, guards scared the shit out of me. And especially because, as I said, I may or may not have smelled like drugs, so I was expecting him to just say, you're arrested right now. Like,
well, unless they can't really arrest unless they find anything on you, like.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to have solid proof. I mean,
yeah.
And they know like there's nothing they can do. So,
yeah.
And it's just like pointless. They don't want to have to put, because there's loads of paperwork they have to do if they arrest someone anyway, for something that they know they're not going to have evidence of.
Right, they have quotas and agendas, but at the end of the day, they're just like, there's someone's son, like, there's some lad lives down the road from you. Like, I know loads of guards, like ex-guards and all the rest of them. They're all bang on. They're just doing their job. Like, they just have to, they get in trouble if they don't arrest, like, I don't know, 30 people a day or something.
What?
Well, they get in trouble if they don't arrest, like, a certain quota of people, like a certain number of people. It's just like in any job, like, you got quotas to meet.
Yeah.
That's why the most arrests in Ireland happen at the end of the month. Because they're like, fuck, I've only arrested, I don't know, 10 people. I have to arrest 15 to reach my quota. Otherwise my manager's going to be mad at me. So they have to go around looking for someone at the end of the month, you know, smoking a joint in the corner. They're like, listen, you're going down. I need this.
It's the end of the month now, isn't it?
Oh shit, it is the end of the month. Oh my god. It's literally the 1st of the next month right now.
Yeah.
Man, he could have just literally... Because the good thing that lad had his quota reached or whatever.
Yeah.
These are all just rumours, isn't it? He could have been like, you're coming as well, I need two people to reach the quota. Well, apparently it's just from like the manager gets mad at you if you don't reach your quota of arresting people or giving out tickets or more.
Exactly. Like, same with the ticket inspectors, they have to reach a quota. Because they know by the laws of large numbers, at least one person's gonna, certain amounts of people are gonna, a law of averages, there's people that are going to, when you really balance it out, so there are going to be certain fair evaders, and that's guaranteed to happen every single time. I mean, there's always going to be fair evaders. So they're kind of...
Fair evaders? Is that people who give the wrong name and address, or what's a fair
Oh,
evader?
no, it's just somebody who doesn't pay for the ticket. That's just the name for them.
Okay.
But they have to.
That's very bright in here.
I know on the... You sure you don't want these?
Oh, God. You got to protect your identity, Dr. Boogie.
I'm a mysterious serial killer. No, not really.
Yeah.
But
there may or may not have been a picture leaked of Dr. Boogie on the internet with a guard, but I can confirm that was not his real face. He was wearing a mask of someone else's face for that, so I can confirm that was not his real face. That was fake news. Okay, that photo was doctored. We hired some CGI artists. We paid 10 grand to have Dr. Boogie's face digitally altered,
transformed. Yeah.
Dr. Boogie
like
is
a
actually
digital facelift.
a 90-year-old Asian man. We just have his face digitally re-enhanced for.
We have my voice kind of changed as
well. And his voice changed as well. we put this is high budget.
It's like Steve Hawking did. What's that thing they used to
text voice.
Yeah.
This is a high production show. We spent $2 million per episode just on synthesizing this character right here. This is all green screen, high production. We got the directing team, Martin Scorsese and the boys going, do it again, shoot it again.
But you couldn't synthesize with me, could you really?
No.
Nothing to sympathise.
I'm secretly typing your script with my toes.
If I once occasionally do that, that's me singing. That's me singing there, basically. Well, that was a good tune. Oh fuck, I forgot I was going to play.
So fucking black holes, man. Any good stars in the sky these days? Full moons? Do you think that's true about the whole moon having an energy effect on people? You hear sometimes like
the full moon that everyone goes fucking lunar or something like that. Well, I wouldn't be. Well, it has effect on the tide anyway. That's what we have tides because of the moon anyway. So I wouldn't be. Like probably is. I'd say, and I wouldn't say it's just the moon alone. I'm sure there's a few other things as well. Not probably would be responsible for a lot of things as well. I mean, even like different weather conditions have effects on people.
Yeah.
But like remember I was saying earlier, like let's say in Scandinavian countries, it's like even at 2:00 in the afternoon, it's like pitch black outside, and so they have a thing called seasonal affective disorder. Which
it's mad, isn't it? I think it's called SAD, isn't it?
SAD, yeah.
Yeah, they do runs for that in Ireland. Like they got charity walks and shit.
But in what they do is in Scandinavian countries they actually have like certain like sunlights inside so that you're getting your vitamin D, because apparently that's...
Does that actually give you vitamin D even though it's like a fake light?
I don't know exactly, unless it's just a placebo effect. I mean, I couldn't really say. By the way, anything I say is don't take advice, not substitute for anything.
Do you want another?
Yeah, okay.
Do you want some crisps? Are you into that?
Alright.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Got one there.
Fuck it, yeah. Fuck it.
I started the other stuff. Try any crisps or?
No, I don't want to subject the good listeners to the sound of me eating crisps on the radio. It's like I don't know.
I love the sound just when you open it.
Yeah.
Just love that sound when you open it in a can.
The CPU is looking good. We're under 40%. So what's the the wildest thing you can fucking think of right now? Like, what's the like living in some kind of alternative ghost dimension? I don't know, different planes. Like, I don't know. What's some mad shit you could blow people's minds with right now?
Well,
like,
I could think of.
shatter people's perception of existence. What could you fucking say to them right now?
Well, I could say that about some people who die actually don't know they died.
Go on.
And we kind of look. I'm into all this stuff like I don't know, afterlife stuff. I don't know. I mean, this is
Just shoot, man. You're on fire. You're just talking.
So there's a situation where some people actually, because they some people, like, there was a story, anecdotal story of someone who was gone to a mediumship, some medium psychic who basically channels dead people to people in this realm, in a physical realm, from the astral realm, which is supposed to be.
You talking about rooms or realms?
Realms.
Realms. I thought you were saying rooms, like hotel rooms. Some people live in number 4, some live in room number 17.
Some in 666.
Some people hang out in the swimming pool. Some people hang. I don't know.
In the brothel.
In the brothel, yeah. I like hanging in bathhouses, so I get hand jobs off old men.
Oh, that's
how I like to spend my Sunday morning. It's fucking squidgy. Alright, go on.
But what was it?
Do you want some more of this?
Yeah, I haven't gone on holiday yet whatsoever.
We'll that's half each then. We'll do this. Is that right? Or do you want, we'll just take it handy, because what happens with some people when they go on holidays is it'll be like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And then they be ready for sleep, and then they just start like going on holiday, and they're like,
they go on a real fucking holiday.
So let's see which is.
Have you gone on holiday yet with him?
No. There's plenty more of all the things there.
Probably.
Anyway.
Normally doesn't take this long, does it?
Yeah, I don't know. We don't even know what this is like.
Oh yeah.
So there was a lot of. Okay, we can't say what it was, but there was a. How do we even talk about this in code words? Okay, we
holiday.
went. I don't know. We went to get some merchandise allegedly, and there was a trouble with the communications because they didn't speak English. So we were like, we would like a certain merchandise, okay? And they were like, ¿qué? No English, no hablo. Oh, I don't know what
they say.
I don't know where they're from. And we got on great. We're all smiling. It was all lovely interaction and stuff. The guards kept walking by, and I was terrified we were going to get arrested. And then we started, But so basically, they gave us these people who don't speak English, may or may not have been dodgy characters, gave us some stuff and some stuff that may have been illegal, allegedly, and we don't actually know what we have. So we're taking a mysterious substance. We literally don't. They could have literally gave us some sand. We don't know what we're taking here, and so we're just
be just sweet.
We could literally be taking cyanide here, or else we could be like taking a tea bag. We wouldn't know the difference. So
once you merge with the universal.
So just to summarise, we got a mysterious substance off someone who doesn't speak English, so we're not sure what it is, and so we're just taking a little tiny bit just in case, because we really don't know what we're doing here. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We're doing this so you guys don't have to. As Vegan Stephen always says, don't do drugs, kids. So there'll be more for Vegan Stephen.
Yeah, exactly.
Fictional character, fiction show. You must be strictly over 50 years old for this. We are possibly actors. Who knows?
Yeah, we're not anything really.
Are we working for the CIA? Are we covert, undercover moles? Do we believe in flat Earth? What do you think about flat Earth, man?
It's bullshit.
I
don't know. Everything is round and spiral.
Yeah.
What do you think? Like, I mean, it just depends.
I think it's a lot of shite, but I just want to say I'm open to ideas.
I still think it's shite. That's flat Earth. I mean, how the fuck can you just fall? I mean, you wouldn't fall off. You just float into space, like gravity, like. Unless you.
Can you tell me why flat Earth isn't true right now? Could you just tell me like this is why?
I just would have thought satellite from space.
Just common sense, like just something fucking morons.
Just fucking satellite in space, like you have.
But in the Bible, the Earth's flat.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, is the Bible proven to be real?
I thought it was just a fairy story, the whole Bible.
That's what I think.
You didn't believe the Bible, did you?
No.
I thought it was like Santa Claus and all that, no?
Yeah. There's no kids watching us soon.
No kids. Alright, listen, Instagram, you were an absolute gent. We're going to keep going on the Instagram. you're going in a minute and a half there. So listen, we're going to say goodbye to you. And we're going to keep going on the Instagram live feed. If you want to watch the rest of the video, the link is in the bio of Instagram, okay? This is every single day, and we're just going to keep talking about, this is Dr. Boogie, Journey into the Mind. We're just two lads spreading positivity, just having a chat.
Did you enjoy it?
Just having a chat.
A mindful chat. Mindfulness chat.
Just two lads having a chat, like nothing serious, just chilling out.
It's a nice Saturday night just to chill out.
Yeah, this is what we get up to, just talk about mad shit.
Anything goes at this stage.
Anything
Random.
goes, yeah.
Random.
Did I take that? You took... Oh, I'm meant to take this now.
Yeah.
Sorry. Short-term memory's gone out the window, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen.
Now the holidays begun.
Yeah.
It's a holiday. Love that song.
Oh god, I don't know it. So listen, I'm going to keep chatting to this lovely man. So I'll see you on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. It was good talking to you.
Nice talking to you.
I'm going to read out some definitions on my phone now, just of what Tenny's talking about, just so we stick to, I don't know, Wikipedia. So just going to read out a few lines on astral projection or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So that's the end of that one. Jeez, 12,000 viewers, that's pretty good.
12,000? Nice.
12,000 viewers, you know. It's pretty good.
No, fucking hell. Wow, that's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Shit. Delighted with that, then.
Alright.
Oh, nice beer.
Yeah. Okay,
Nice for the, good for the mind.
good for the, it's good for the mind, it's good for the...
So what does everybody think about, apparently there's a whole cosmic shift now, the whole magnetic field is changing.
That's the picture of us in the guard there. Can you guys see that? I don't know. It seems...
This is the first
How
step.
good is that? Like, it's absolutely an iconic image.
I
Like,
tell you what, he looks pretty happy. He looks
does.
pretty
He
chuffed
looks
with
proud.
this.
Like, he should be as well.
He's like a real proper, like, military, like, kind of military, but with morals, like, military boss with genuine morals. Like, he only wants the best. Like, he'll go for the best, and like he's not in it just because he wants to kill. He wants to genuinely do what he needs to do, basically.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm so proud of this picture. I just want to send it to people because it's fucking awesome.
That's the ultimate one, man. That is the absolute highlight. And that's what they mean by to serve and protect. So he's serving there basically and protecting. Like,
Yeah.
it's the kind of one you wouldn't be afraid to go to if you had a genuine problem.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I know he'd deal with it. He's not one of those, like, what people would think, like, lazy and just nothing, but kind of like genuine. And I think you kind of lead by example with people like him. I mean, you did a fucking great thing going up to
Yeah.
fucking class. How the fuck did you do that?
I really didn't think. I don't know. I just thought it was. It's like asking your great granddad advice on sex or something. I don't know. It's just something you never thought was in the realm of possibilities. Like you could ask your parent for sex advice. I don't know.
And that's just an example to show that anything's possible.
Exactly. So listen, could you mention something that we talked about? I'm just gonna read out the definition for it. So we're talking about black holes, or what would be a good
we'll
word?
go with the black holes, shall we? I know Journey to Mind, but we'll go with black holes because that's kind of all. Because I'm gonna kind of get you thinking about something really fucking crazy.
I'll just look up definition for black hole, will I?
Yeah.
Alright, it says here, when you have had sex for a long time without using lubrication, a black hole is formed. Here we go. Excuse me.
That's what I love.
Textbook definition of black hole. Here we go.
It's not black.
A black hole is a region of space-time exhibiting gravitational acceleration so strong that nothing, no particles or even electromagnetic radiation such as light can escape from it. Oh my fucking word. The theory of general relativity predicts that a sufficiency of compact mass to form space-time to form black hole. I don't know what drugs, what what merchandise we've been taking, but it has cured my dyslexia and somehow I can read. So I'm only dressing. Do you want to see?
Can I show the picture of that? The photo here.
I don't know if people will be able to see it there.
But the first one on the left there is it's an actual picture of a black hole. The one, I don't know if it looks to
this side, is it?
This side.
That side. Okay,
no,
that black one.
The other side. If I just I'll come on.
I'll just make it bigger. There, that one.
That one. Yeah.
That's it. That's a black hole.
That's an actual. That's not a.
They're just looking at a blurry picture here, but
that's taken from an actual telescope. That's the actual what a black hole looks like.
That looks like an armpit to me. That looks like someone's hair. Can we get one more definition of any one buzzword and then we'll move on back to your story? Let's talk about black holes, will we?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You know.
But I want to compare like how black holes compare to other things.
Black hole.
A black hole. That's a thing. You know, they described it like they didn't describe it as a thing. They described it as a location.
Occasion or location?
No, sorry, location.
Location.
When they said black hole is a region of space, it didn't say it's a ball of black thingy. They just described it as a region, as an area.
Like Galway, like Donegal, like
yeah.
That's mad, like Las Vegas or something.
Like the event horizon is an area, it's an actual place where you can go into that, and that's the Radius Schwarzschild is a
whoa Radius Schwarzschild.
Radius Schwarzschild.
Radius Schwartz. Could we get a spelling of that? Would that be okay?
Radius.
Could you use that in a sentence? That just sounds like a spelling bee question.
Well, Schwarzschild, SCHWARTZCHILD. It's a fucked. I don't quite know what it is, but apparently it's a bit where if you compress something beyond that Schwarzschild, it becomes a black hole. So it's the border between not being a black hole and being a black hole, basically. That's what the radius Schwarzschild is. It's like beyond that radius, you're a black hole. It's the border between here in Northern Utopia or something.
Northern Utopia. Fuck. No, is it? No, I can't do it.
Utopia.
Utopia.
I like that.
I can't do it.
I don't mind.
I'll put a bomb in your sandwich or what?
Fuck
I'm a black man, but I'm also an Ulster man.
But it's like, I'm watching this movie and you shouldn't be smoking that stuff, son. That's bad for you. No, here's another thing. Say Spice Girls in a Scottish. No, sorry. Say Space Ghettos in a American accent and see what you come.
Space Ghettos in an American accent.
Space Ghettos. You sound like you're saying Spice Girls in a Scottish accent.
Ghettos.
Space Girls. Space Ghettos. Space Ghettos.
Space Ghettos.
So you say.
It sounds like I'm saying a pair of Speedos. Or else SpaghettiOs, maybe.
So if you like space, like space ghetto, like space girl,
space kiddo, space girls. Can I just say Spice Girls and that'll do? Or
yeah, well, that's probably what we're trying to say. Is like it's in a Scottish accent. It's like space ghettos. I don't know. I don't know if any of you can pick up space ghettos. Do you think I'm saying space ghetto or Spice Girls? I got a riddle for you. Got a riddle. Go on. Okay, so see if someone might answer this, but okay, so a plane crashed. I don't know if you heard this one. So there's a plane crashed. Every single person on board died except for 2 people.
Okay.
So how's that case? In fact, every single person died, but 2 people survived.
I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because it crashed into a mountain, yeah. But luckily, the people in the back were wearing seatbelts.
No, but remember, every single person on board died, but 2 survived. The answer's in the sentence. The clue is in the sentence, maybe not the answer.
Everyone died, but 2 survived.
Every single person died, but 2 survived.
A couple, married couple.
Yeah.
I think you told us in the last podcast, man. Why did the plane crash?
Why?
Because the pilot was a piece of toast.
Oh, fuck.
Can I hear one of your best anti-jokes, like, do you know those ones about, like, someone killed themselves because they're an alcoholic or something? This is what is an anti-joke's like?
It's like a dark humour joke.
Dark humour, okay, so it's like the dark arts of comedy.
Oh, right, here we go, this is quite a long one, so...
So, listen, you won't find this funny, it's kind of like an acquired taste. It's like a fine wine. It's like a fine wine. It'll develop in 10 years when you hear this joke again. You'll be like, "Oh, I get it now."
Offence is intended, so just we intend to offend you. We want you to be offended.
Vegan Stephen uses controversy and offence to create an emotional reaction to try and jerk you out of your natural cycle of thinking.
Of misery, basically.
So I'm trying to change the
You're
frame.
so miserable.
If someone's trying to attack you, you can change the frame of being like, oh, I was just waiting for you to show up. Or something like that. Or if someone walks in and you're masturbating, oh, thank God, I was just about to call you, I'm so glad you came here, I was just waiting for you.
And I just brought my child along with me, so it's fine.
Someone banging on the door trying to get into the bathroom, come on in.
Come on, I want to be raped.
Changing the frame. But that's frames, that's kind of complicated psychology, but...
Oh, well, I don't know.
Man, what are we even talking about, isn't it?
Dark humour.
Dark humour. Can I hear one of your dark humour? Do you have any open your Rolodex of dark humour there?
Well, I have one I know off by heart. So
great.
There was a woman going into hospital for a heart transplant.
Yeah.
And when she was in the waiting room waiting for operation, her boyfriend comes in and says, "Don't worry, your heart's going to be all safe and everything like that."
So sorry, I wasn't. I'm a bit. It's a bit late in the night. So someone comes in and they say, "Listen."
So
I've been drinking.
A woman's in hospital. Waiting to get a heart transplant.
Yeah, keep going.
And then her boyfriend comes in and...
I got a joke to tell you after this. You keep going. Yeah. I love this.
The boyfriend comes in just to comfort her for the operation.
Yeah.
And the father. So then she goes in, gets a heart transplant, and then she wakes up expecting to see her boyfriend, but the father is there, and she's like, "Oh well, where's my boyfriend?" And then he's like, "Don't you realise he gave you his heart?"
Oh.
She starts sobbing.
Is this that's dark humour.
Yeah.
Oh man, I thought this was some factual story.
No.
I forgot the context of the conversation, unfortunately. Dvorak. What's the context? I got a joke that I don't think is going to be very funny, but I'm going to
go on, I want to hear it.
This is a joke that I'm robbed from. All my humour is robbed. I don't own any of the material. I just try to steal from all the greats, okay? So I don't claim credit for anything I do. All this stuff is open source. If you want to sample us or rob something we do for yourself or promote your company, you do it. This is all just good vibes for free. So this is a joke and something like, okay, my wife was dying in hospital there or whatever.
Right.
And the doctor pulled me aside there and he said, "Listen," I went to the doctor and said, "Listen, is there anything I could do? My wife's in a coma, she's going to die, you know?" I said, "Listen, well, there is one thing you could do. Oral sex." And he's like, "Are you sure? Oral sex? That seems kind of a bit blue or something." And he's like, "Yeah, oral sex, sometimes it just, it stimulates the woman, and the orgasm just stimulates the woman and makes them feel, empowered, and it just brings them right out of the right out of the coma." It's like, "Are you sure? Like, is that consensual? I don't know. These are testing times. I don't want to be brought up in court. Are you sure this is okay?" I said, "Sure, it's okay." He said, "Listen, this is the cutting edge of I don't know what coma technology or something." It's like, okay, listen, doctor, you're an expert. I'll try out the oral sex and I'll see if this works, okay? Because I want the best for my wife, I want the best for my kids. I'm a caring father, So he goes in, he gets ready to have the oral sex with his wife. And he has the oral sex with the wife there, and he comes back to the doctor, and the doctor says, "How are you getting on? Did she wake up from the coma?" And I said to the doctor, I wanted to keep giving her oral sex, but she was choking.
Oh, fucking...
Because I was jamming my cock in the woman's throat while she was having the coma. So the joke is that obviously, like, you think obviously you think it would be the man giving, like, pleasurable sex to the woman's genitals or whatever.
Yeah.
But instead, the guy misunderstood the situation, was jamming his own genitals into the woman's mouth while she was... Yeah, so... Bit of blue humour there. God. I stole that joke like I steal all my jokes, but...
That's so funny, actually. I have another one, a real short one. So
man, we've already been going for an hour. We may as well milk this, man.
Fuck it, yeah. So
man,
a couple. Oh, me too. Yeah. So a couple basically were having a discussion with each other, and they said they decided that we're not going to have we don't want to have children. And he said, well, I'm going to tell them that at dinner time.
Oh! Honey, do you think it's too late for abortion? I don't know, they're 26 years old. I don't know, we'll have to see if we can get a court order. That's very good.
What's better than 10 babies in one barrel?
Oh shit, this just took a turn. Well, I've already joked about giving people's kids cancer, so I don't think we can. I don't think we can go any further than that. So go on. What? So what's? I know the answer to this one. So what's better than 10 babies in one barrel? Is it?
Yeah.
What's better than 10 babies in one barrel? One baby in 10 barrels.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a Ferrari and a dead baby?
Nothing.
I don't have a Ferrari in my garage.
Well, how'd you
I don't have a Ferrari in my garage. Alright, so listen, my show just got pulled from YouTube there. I am cancelled because I was making blue humour, wink wink. And yeah, I don't know, man, you couldn't make these jokes on fucking, I don't know. These are I don't know, you couldn't get away with this on live television or something. If we were in front of a live audience, we'd just be going, boo, they'd be booing us off stage.
Do we just get taken off YouTube?
I don't know. No money, I don't know. But man, if we wanted to smoke like in front of a fucking audience, like it'd be fucking uproar. I'll tell you what though, I'm gonna pay if I'm smoking. I'm gonna pay the fine. I don't get the fine's like €1,000. I'm gonna pay the fucking fine. Well, here's fucking €1,000. Do you know how much? Do you know how much I charge for a fucking cake, man? Here, take a fucking grand. I don't give a fuck.
Fuck off.
I'm smoking. I don't give a fuck. Man. I'll pass this shit around. And fucking. I'm good mates with the guards, man. The guards are good, honest people, man.
On our side.
The guards are out for the people. They mean the best for us. I know there's some controversy, but the honest, I've good mates that are guards. Either they've been out of the guards or in the guards or whatever. There's fucking people, man.
Exactly.
If you're gonna punch a guard, you're literally punching another brother, your own fucking flesh and blood.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like these are Irish people here. They're not like.
You shouldn't be punching anyone.
Exactly. Yeah.
I only punch mosquitoes. But that's not.
Yeah. It's just I'm just because basically I feel people don't like the guards because they're afraid of the guards. Because I'm terrified of the guards. Like they scare the shit out of me. But it's purely fear. Like I had a guy try to break in the house with a gun before. I had a raging house party here allegedly, and someone showed up with a gun, and I rang the guards, and they took an hour to show up.
Oh God.
And the people who were trying to break in the house party I was allegedly having had already kicked the wing mirror off a car. I had to use my private security to get them off the premises. Thank fuck I employed private security for all my parties, and it was a shit show. It was just some random walked in on the street and was just like, I'm at the party where like, listen, these girls are not comfortable around you. Do you mind chilling out? And they wouldn't chill out, so I had to ask them to leave. And then all of a sudden they start claiming they have a weapon and trying to kick the door and spitting to use our private security and
Jesus, what a bunch of lovely.
Yeah, listen, if someone has you a knife, run. If someone has a gun on you, charge. I've already gone into if you're being raped.
Just gouge your eyes.
Shout fire, scrape, go for the eyes.
Yeah, the eyes are good.
Carry, spray in your bag, spray their eyes. I've already mentioned. So unfortunately, some things are illegal. A little knife, stab it in their leg and twist it.
Well, it's no longer it's no longer legal if you're using it to kind of defend. Well, or is it?
I think a whistle. I don't know. Listen, I don't know anything about rape or any of the crack. I just know, unfortunately, some people very close to me have been sexually attacked. So it's kind of like an issue close to my heart. Like some people I know have been raped and so on. So I just want to, you just know. Like,
I mean, everyone has the right to protect themselves.
Yeah, like, we don't know what we're talking about. We're just some lads having a pint and just talking. We just mean the best for you guys. So. Anyway,
but I believe in fully protecting yourself. Like they can fuck off. Like, they're taking the risk if they attack you. They take the risks.
Don't think this is some kind of sexist bullshit. I know men have been raped by other men and so on. Like it's not just some kind of just women are vulnerable. It's some kind of weird power shit. Sometimes there's a lot of drugs involved. Sometimes people act weird under drugs and I don't know. It's a very complicated issue. It's easy to point fingers and so on. It's shy crack for everyone involved. Well, okay, I don't think I can say that. Can I strike that from the record? I don't know. Listen, I'm a fictional character. I'm just talking shite here. Alright, I've had a pint. I'm not responsible. I'm not used to drinking. I'm only 16. I don't know. Save me, please save me from this politically correct nightmare. I apologise for mentioning rape. I don't know if you even let me mention this.
There's nothing wrong with mentioning something that happens.
Well, I'm just afraid of fucking getting destroyed politically assassinated or something.
Well, I'm sure those who have been through it would like to hear this as well. Like, I mean, I know because you're supposed to say sexual assault, but fuck that. I mean, rape has more of an impact, and I'm saying that there again, rape. Like, if you mention being raped, it has much more of an impact than sexual assault, because sexual assault is like
it desensitizes it almost.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, rape. I mean, it was rape before it became. Why are they desensitizing in the first place? Rape is rape. I mean, it's a very serious form of sexual assault. I think
I'm not sure. Like, it's probably just like when you don't agree to sexual being touched in a sexual way. Yeah,
exactly. It's rape.
I'm not sure on the definition, but it's that kind of vibe anyway. Yeah.
It's non-consensual sex.
A lot of people didn't even realise they were being molested or whatever till years after, which is weird. Like, I've talked to people who were like, "Oh yeah, I used to walk this lad's dog, and he used to like get me to touch his penis afterwards for sweets," and I was just like, "What?"
Fuck.
And they was like, "Yeah, it was normal. Like everyone just touches penis for sweets." I was like, "What are you talking about?" "Oh, you know, Jimmy down the road." Jesus. It was nothing. It was great. It was just some he's real friendly or whatever. And I was like, "What the fuck is going on here?" You just hear some mad stories. Just when you're out drinking with your mates and you're all having a cry down the back of the shed, just going, "Oh, my girlfriend left me." Just bonding with your mate, or "Oh, my grandfather died of cancer," or whatever is getting on your mind at the time.
Oh, yeah, something very.
I think nearly everyone's had some kind of experience that they're not with their bodies, whether it's with, I don't know, whatever. I'll leave that there. But
I think we've all had like very kind of unusual experiences that which would be considered out of the norm.
I think we've all been uncomfortable, either in our own minds or with our genitals or something at one stage in our lives. Whether that's in front of a doctor or whatever. How good is getting have you got the finger up the bum yet from the doctor? Do you know when they have to check your bum cancer?
I don't know. Not quite that fuck, but
I'm sorry for asking that.
I got my.
You can make up your own answer.
I got my balls measured.
Cough. But if he's there with the measuring tape, your balls are too small. You're gonna need ball extensions. Have you thought about ball implants, like getting breast implants for your balls?
Yeah. But that was the thing. The way they were measuring, because I was like 11. My dad was
worried about measuring stick.
Well, this is a very special. It looked bees, like different sizes of, like to measure your testicles, and they had this like things to measure size, and one of the biggest one was like this kind of big. It was fucking huge.
Yeah.
It went from different to like really tiny, big. And mine was kind of like a third of way up the chain. It's like a testicle chain. Like went from small to big, and they whichever was closest to size. It's like checking measuring your shoes or something, but it's measuring your balls. Like
you can get fake testicles put in like your sack and shit, which is crazy. Cause some people don't have their only one testicle and all that shit, man.
What do you call someone who's about to have sex?
What do you call someone who's about to have sex?
What do you
say? Gotta talk loud, man. What do you call someone who's going to have sex?
Yeah, but I'm gonna hit the sack.
I'm gonna hit the sack.
The sack.
Sorry, I'm one conversation behind her. I'm not operating on all cylinders here. Sorry, it's a bit late. I think it's fucking midnight or something.
It's early for me.
Yeah.
I was up at 6:30 anyway.
It's so nice talking to someone like who, me and Danny / Dr. Boogie have known each other for maybe something stupid like 8 years or something stupid ridiculous. I don't know, 10 years.
A bit longer than that.
And it like I can tell just by the tone of his voice if he's happy or sad, or if he's I can tell by the tone of his voice if he's ready to punch me, or if I can push him a little bit more, because it's like we're in a flow, you know, it's like a give and take situation.
It's telepathic, like almost.
Like, sometimes I'm like, Tenny, you're fucking amazing, Dr. Boogie, and then sometimes I feel like shit, and he's like, Vegan Steven, you can do the podcast today, like you are Vegan Steven. I'm like, I'm not Vegan Steven, I can't do the podcast. He's like, Dr. Business, he's like, Vegan Steven, man, you own big shares in multi-international companies, like you own 1% of a lot of companies. I'm like, I can't do it, the people don't believe in me, I feel like shit, man, I'm hungover, I've no happiness left in me, I'm horribly depressed. And he's like, listen, you can do it, the people need you. And I'm like, fucking fine, I'll do it. And then it's all grand. Once you get going, it's like going for a walk. You're like, I can't walk. I feel awful. I feel so depressed or whatever in the morning. And then you go for a walk and everything. You say hello to some random old woman. You're just like, how are you getting on? It's fucking shit. It's fucking shit weather today. And they're like, yes, fucking shit weather. Fucking, have you heard about the banks and this TD is taking all the money, and I just fucking chatting away, just living in the moment, not worrying about tomorrow and all this shit.
And not worrying, and the other thing is not to be worried about consequences too much. Like to say, not to worry. But, I mean, because everything obviously there's consequences.
Every time I talk to someone, I just feel like they're going to be like, Vegan Stephen, I know you're full of shit. I know you lie. I know, none of your jokes, I feel like no one's ever going to say this to me, but this is how I feel. I feel that someone's just going to be like, I know you're full of shit, you're a big phony, who do you think you are wearing a white t-shirt and a baseball cap during winter? And I don't know, we have all of these weird insecurities that make no sense and are inner dialogue. And I've talked to Dr. Boogie about this. I don't know how Dr. Boogie feels about I brainwashing yourself with affirmations like 8 hours while you're sleeping.
Affirmation yourself is an important thing. I think we all have, to some degree, we all have a bit of self-doubt. I don't think we're all completely rid of it. I don't think that's how it works.
It's like a constant fucking battle.
We're constantly, even with the stuff that we're confident with, we're always going to overthink and then think, oh.
Dr. Boogie, we talked to a fucking guard tonight.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so terrified of guards.
And
we put up a picture being like, what did we say? Something like we love the guards, or the guards make us feel safe. What did we say in that post?
Something about
we said
safe,
something like
safe,
the guards protecting us. Because that's what they're fucking doing, man. We're terrified because we kind of, sometimes we get a bit drunk in the street or wherever we like to party, but we mean well. We don't want to. We respect our guardians and all the rest of it and stuff. We mean well. And
exactly, yeah.
Keep going. I keep interrupting you. This lad's on fire, man. How's your holiday going?
I haven't taken off yet. Have you?
Okay, so I think we've done half a holiday each, so we could. Do we do a quarter more holiday? Or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you sure now? How long has it been? It's only been an hour, so maybe it might. I don't know. I just don't, because I remember one time we went for a holiday and you thought, do you know what? One time we went for a holiday. I think you were like, we might go to hospital.
What?
I think you were like, we might go to hospital. This holiday's too much.
I don't think quite that's.
Okay. So we'll just do a little bit more. Maybe is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but one time, all right, I talked earlier about trans rights, right? And I was mentioning something about, do you know, I'm very scared of even mentioning trans LGBT just because I'm afraid, I don't know the definitions and politically correct terms right now.
Oh,
so I'm afraid I'm terrified I'll offend someone, because that would actually make me so sad if I offended someone, because I'm such a shy person underneath all the look at me, I'm Vegan Stephen, I'm going to run for president.
Not that shy.
But the point I'm trying to make is, I forgot what I was talking about. What were we talking about?
I've no idea. My
short-term memory is gone. One gone. Beer and I'm...
Jeez, I forgot. What were we talking about? We were talking about the guards and then something happened.
Fuck, I don't know, man.
Jeez,
this is fine. We're on a journey. Jeez,
yeah. No, I think...
We might fill it. If you want to know what we're talking about, just write it below and we might get back to you. We'll put it to the team, the board of directors. As you know, Dr. Boogie has decided, I begged him to be on the board of directors for the Vegan Stephen campaign, and he has agreed to take the responsibility of owning 1% of the company. So this man owns now, and we all go to, you probably know this, we all have ex-best friends and people we hate. So I want to make sure that this man is protected, and I'm making this public with you guys. This is a legal agreement right now that we're entering in fictional land, and even if, this man has a very high sex drive, he's an alpha male, and he's constantly he has a reputation for sleeping with my ex-girlfriends, even my current girlfriends, because he can't be stopped. You can't contain someone who operates on this fucking level. And I'm just like, listen, take the girls, there's no woman is ever going to stand in between our friendship. So
exactly, yeah. No fucking way.
There's no end to, sometimes I like riding men, and sometimes he's like, is there any chance of, who knows?
Or anything in between.
Anything between. Sometimes I have sex with ghosts.
Yeah.
Can I tell you my idea for a dating app?
Oh, go on.
It's called Dating Beyond the Dead, alright? And what it is a Ouija board, and what you do is, it's like Tinder, so it's a dating app, but you're set up with ghosts over a Ouija board, so you can be dating fucking Gwyneth Paltrow. She's still alive. Dating someone's dead. Thomas Edison.
Stephen Hawking.
You could be dating Stephen Hawkins right now, his ghost. How funny is that? Like. Can you fill in some of the details on how hilarious it would be? So people are on Tinder.
I can fill in an actual wedding based on this.
Yeah, just go with the idea, man. Just talk shit.
So there was a case, a woman in Laos. She actually, apparently there's a place in the Caribbean where if you're on the boat in the waters, it's actually legal to marry a spirit, and she actually held a wedding ceremony on a
bottle of vodka, like.
No, an actual, like, she actually held a legal wedding.
Do you take this bottle of vodka as your... and then the murder case emerges like, did you murder that bottle of vodka? I didn't. Yeah, it spilt. It fell. It pushed itself down the staircase and stabbed itself. Did you stab the bottle of vodka in the back 9 times with a knife? No, it committed suicide by stabbing itself 9 times in the back and drinking itself. I don't know. I'm just asking questions here.
They probably did the fucking lot.
I had an episode on vodka earlier. Alcohol. Because I was saying, I don't drink. I like coffee. Coffee's my favourite drug. Okay. And I like smoking, not tobacco, but something else that I like smoking oregano, because oregano is a basic cooking, and it's 100% legal. So I like cooking. I like smoking oregano. I like drinking a lot of coffee, and my third favorite drug is probably comedy. Comedy is my third favorite drug. I like sex. That's probably my fourth favorite drug, and then after that might be either hugging or else alcohol. Because I find alcohol, I was talking about this before, I love alcohol because it has a lovely kind of tribal, we're all together vibe, but the actual, the repercussions, it's like having ecstasy or something like that. There's a depressing state that comes after the next morning.
You pay for it the next day, like.
Whereas with some other things, with oregano and coffee, you feel okay the next day. You don't feel very depressed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And for me, I struggle every day. I'm very open that I had 2 mental breakdowns / breakthroughs. I almost died a lot of times. I don't want to bring the tone down, but I believe that you only live once and you have to make the most of your life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes a little push, performance enhancement. For me personally, I choose not to be depressed in front of the couch anymore. I choose to push myself a little bit forward with a little bit of coffee. If I need to be relaxed, I smoke some oregano, just because otherwise I couldn't be here. Like, I know it's very silly using performance enhancing and drugs. I know it's very silly, but I want to be this super racehorse, and if that means using steroids or whatever to be the world's best, I will do it. Because I need to be the world's best. And unfortunately, if that requires bending 1 or 2 laws that are ethically okay, and maybe America agrees with us about the delay but mostly, listen, I'm going to get straight back on course. This is Dr. Boogie. This is a journey into the mind. Vegan Stevens.
I like this. This is what the mind's all about. It's about your health. Like your mental health is more. I think it's in many ways more important than your physical health. Because if you don't have good mental health,
mind follows body and body follows mind.
I think it's mind.
We're going to talk loud. We're going to talk loud.
Mind, body, soul.
I'm gonna
mind
get this.
Comes first, body. You have that, and then you
are you keeping track on how many? What's that thing called? Not substances.
Holidays.
Holidays we're taking. So we're doing.
We like to take time off work a lot.
What was that? We took half a holiday already.
Yeah.
So 1 more quarter a holiday each.
Yeah.
Okay. As I said, we went to some people who didn't speak English, and we asked for something, a very specific.
What's the rest of this?
Is
that your normal stuff, or is that what?
That's this is oregano that makes you very hyper.
Oh, okay.
And this is oregano that makes you very kind of sad and sleepy.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to stay on the kind of happy oregano that doesn't make you... Because some oregano makes you very sleepy in the couch, and some oregano makes you kind of ready to run your own business and so on.
Grand,
Oh,
I fucking love that, yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like you have to cheat. And I don't want to be weird about this, but I feel in life you have to make up your own rules and see what you need your confidence to do, to follow your own. Whether that's like, you know, even if that's like staying at home all day and having a cry for the first 3 hours a day, if that's what gets you fucking pumped for the day, you just got to do that because everyone's doing. I think it's a quite. I mean,
yeah.
And you've two.
Yeah.
This is live, so please don't wipe that from the record. This is all fictional. Where I'm talking about taking people. Oregano, drinking coffee, and
we are fake people. We're not real.
We're not real, okay?
Any stretch of the imagination.
These are just props. Are you okay for everything?
Yeah.
We have packs of crisps here.
Yeah, we got everything.
Thank you so much for we man. I don't want to be this kind of like drunk person or whatever, but I'm so thankful for fucking everything.
Mate, I think we're kind of getting to the stage where we're kind of realizing what we are kind of able to do.
Capabilities.
I mean,
we're met,
the funny thing is we had the shit we had all along, and we didn't know, right?
I feel like from birth we were told follow your dreams and all this stuff, but I just thought it was a myth. I thought it was like, haha, yeah, I say that's true. Thing.
Everyone says go with the flow.
You won't see a nasty pint. This is all over the floor, man. This is live.
The cup's patient taking the piss.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll need to do that.
This is what I love though. This is just this is what everyone's afraid to do. The only reason everyone at home isn't doing this is because of fear. Everyone's afraid.
They're gonna get caught and arrested.
Now this is nothing against Dr. Boogie, because Dr. Boogie has the rest of his life to consider. I remember what we were talking about earlier. I was talking to now Dr. Boogie and myself have had massive fights allegedly. We have not talked to each other for maybe a year or two. I fell into a crippling depression and I thought the world was against me. I thought Dr. Boogie was trying to... I had a lot of... I was a very troubled person for a little while, and maybe I still am. You know, I'm just doing my best day by day. I'm trying to improve everyone's life and so on. But what I'm trying to say is, what was I talking about?
You thought Dr. Boogie, or?
No. Short-term memory is gone.
You were saying like you were crippled and you thought Dr. Boogie or something like that, or?
No, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. You're gonna have to. I'm glad we have a co-pilot here to take care of the plane, because someone has been drinking.
Whatever happened though, that kind of all turned around eventually.
No, I'm sorry. the substances have taken control. I'm very sorry. Short-term memory has gone out the window.
Oh, it'll be gone for me in a second.
As I said, Dr. Boogie has decided to take it upon himself to take 1% of the company under his wing. So he is 1% responsible for making sure that 10% of all the profits of this go to charity, because I want the best for everyone and so on. And as I said, the reason why I'm being so painfully honest and saying I'm terrified to talk to guards is because I want to make you guys feel okay, and it's normal to feel like crap for...
Of course.
I was crippling depressed for maybe 8 hours a day, and I had 1 hour of really happiness. And I give that happiness to you guys as a present every single morning. I give you guys my best energy. I feel like that drunk lad at the pub. He's like, you don't understand, I love you so much. And I'm just really fucking hammered or something. But this guy, the reason why I want to make this legal is because for me and Dr. Business, I'm a very emotional person, and I sometimes think my mind doesn't always work. Like, I've gotten control of my mind recently, but for a while my mind had control of me.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't playing the guitar was playing me. Okay, I need to be in control of my life. Right now I'm at the driving seat. Now I have a co-pilot here at the driving seat as well. Justin, he owns 1% of Vegan Steven Industries.
If I let you down a bit of a dark secret, I won't go into too much details, but I felt like... I'm doing this because I want to give you the confidence to follow your own dreams, and so does Dr. Boo, because he believes in this product. But I kind of always felt, if you keep kind of stuff into yourself and you don't say what you needed to say, I think that's the most damaging thing. Because I actually recently, I won't say who it was in the last few weeks.
Santa Claus, was it? Or?
Yeah, it was some Saint Ray, whatever.
Excuse me. It's a made up show.
It's a fictional.
It's all alleged fictional characters. Here we go.
So telly donkeys.
Okay. So
telly donkeys.
we're getting very intimate. We're talking about mental health here.
So
I think you're being honest there, and
what I was saying is, I had something to get off my chest for quite a while with another person, and I didn't say, and it just eat me up. Almost, I hate to say it, but it was kind of almost getting at me. And you know, the fucking thoughts that go through your mind when it kind of eats you up is just ridiculous. They're exaggerating. They're so extreme, almost like to the point you want to grit your teeth. Like, just when the fuck can I say it? And then when the situation arises and you say it, do you know what? It's like it never happened. It's just gone. I've been in that situation so many times, and I'll probably find myself in it again.
I keep saying that I want you to stay on topic. I just want to say something before I forget. Me and Dr. Boogie had so many horrific falling-outs and so many shouting matches over the years. Like, I was screaming my head off this poor guy, and I was saying, listen, I'm very suicidal, I want to kill myself, and I'm sorry for bringing the tone down, but this guy, he's a lovely man, but he didn't know how to deal with the situation, because he's just another person. He's never had someone who wanted to kill themselves before. We were just kids at the time. We didn't know how to control our own minds, and now we're both so much more mature. We understood that we were both maybe he was stressed about, I don't know, his piano being out of tune. Maybe I was stressed because my guitar was out of tune, but we're so similar. We're so similar. It's so simple.
And sometimes it takes experiences like that to I'm not saying about anyone should feel like doing that kind of thing.
I'm gonna shut up right now. But what I'm trying to say is, I'm. It's like a marriage. I'm making sure in contract that even if we have a big falling out, because I know what I'm like. I've fallen out with a lot of my best friends many a time over stupid shit of my own insecurities. And projecting them onto other people. I thought this guy hated me, and I thought all mad crazy stuff that had no right put in my mind. I thought this guy hated me. I thought he was doing some mad malicious crazy acts. I thought he was trying to you can imagine all sorts of silly stuff goes on when you lock yourself in a room just with your mind. You know, it starts playing tricks and all sorts of mad shit. So listen, I just wanted to say that, like, you know, people like Dr. Business just mean the best for you. Everyone is on your side. Everyone's on, like, your mom, your dad, your whoever it is, wants you to succeed. Like, why wouldn't they? They want the best for themselves. They want the best for everyone. It's all based on tribes, nepotism. I don't know.
Well, I think we all kind of want the good for you. I mean, everyone's going to run into difficulties.
Can you talk about the power of good vibes, man?
Power of good vibes.
In 5 minutes, don't let me interrupt you anymore. But could you talk about? Remember all the mental stuff that happened to us today? And all we were doing, me and Dr. Boogie, we were just going around the city centre, and all we did was say hello to everyone. We just literally smiled, and the bus drivers started talking to us.
Not only, I mean, to have not one but two bus drivers in a row to be so like conversational in a row. I mean, that's to even get one in a row is pretty damn good. But to get this is the first time I think I ever remember to get two in a row. It's like we were on a different frequency. Like, vibes are like we're on such a positive frequency, like a high frequency where everything happens at a much quicker but much more lighter. Everything. Do you know when someone says, I feel so much lighter, I feel better? Like, that's why people say weight lifted off your shoulders, and when you feel lighter then when you feel like a massive, because like I said, it's a simple solution, and our weight just comes off our shoulders and we're so much better. And that's why a higher frequency is associated with higher. Lighter is higher, whereas heavy is down in the dumps. Like, higher is better. So when you're vibrating on a higher frequency, you kind of let out what you call an aura, which is like a...
Fuck! Do you believe in auras? Or do you think... Sorry, I just burped into the microphone. I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so sorry. I must be honest, I have had...
I don't know if an aura is like it's a proven thing.
A supernova or an aura?
Aura, like AUORA. It's like weird spelling and something, but it's like an energy field that emits from you, like a radiance, if it's positive or.
But do you believe in people that can see auras, though? Or do you think that's because there's a guy called Tony Hogan in Ireland, and I was brought to him as a kid. He's kind of like one of those kind of faith healers / con men. I don't know now, because my family loved him, but I kind of thought it might not be real, because it's kind of like there's no, I don't know. What do you think, man?
I kind of do, yes and no. I don't think everyone can, but I think it's the ones who can see it. It's a perception.
Right.
Means.
Sorry to interrupt you once more there, Dr. Boogie. This is part 2. We're live on Instagram. This is part 2 of the Dr. Boogie Journey into the Mind. If you want to watch this in super HD quality, you can on YouTube. Okay.
And we're back on YouTube, are we?
We're live everywhere. We're all good. Okay, sorry for interrupting, man. You are shit hot. Keep going.
Alright, so what was I saying? Something about so a radiance, if you from positive. Radiance, if you're emitting a radiance, it's like an aura, an energy field of positivity, and it's like a ripple effect. It's like if you throw a stone into a water and you glide along, it hits the water and the ripple's going and it affects the things later on, even that wasn't nearby. So it's like a chain reaction.
Like, you are so well educated and passionate about the subject, you can just keep fucking going. Some people are like, do you know what, Dr. Boogie, you're an absolute legend at fucking piano, right? You're in gold medals. You're a fucking legend at business. You're fucking making money sitting down. Now, this is just, this is just me and, this is just two friends hanging out, alright? This is nothing to do with, we've got no weird fucking agendas. We're just trying to spread happiness here. But this guy's mind, right?
It's weird.
This guy's mind. He said no to fucking masters. He's earning gold medals all over the place. He's earning top dollar fucking session work all over the fucking place, right? And not only does he have an amazing mind in all these different areas, he's blowing our mind with all these existential thoughts. Like, it's just like it's just like talking to another level of human being. And this is what I always say, you know, Vegan Stephen, you become the 5 people that you surround yourself with most. I'm currently in the presence of a motivational speaker, powerhouse, racehorse. And when you surround yourself with people who are fucking racehorses, it brings yourself up. When you surround yourself with the best, you become the best.
You bring myself. You're like a
That's
racehorse.
We're just like. And when we come together, man, there's no fucking stopping us.
Exactly. We're admitting that ratings off each other, like.
Because Dr. Boogie is the party, and I am the party.
Exactly.
So what I'm like, I am the party alone, and like I can have an amazing night just by myself, and this guy can have an amazing night just by himself, and. Fucking hell! If you bring the two of us together,
we're not gonna stop.
I can't. Every time Dr. Boogie's talking, I'm like, "Fuck, Dr. Boogie, you've inspired me to talk about this." And then he's like, "Oh, fucking Vegan Stephen, I've talked about this. I'm so inspired." We're just trying to give you this fucking positive energy. So, wow.
Exactly. Yeah, it's coming your way. Exactly.
You're probably just watching this now on fucking Sunday morning, but you keep going, man. I'm talking about friends. We're attracted to each other. We keep bouncing back.
Exactly. That's what we're here for.
We've had fallouts for maybe a year, 2 years, not talking to each other. I had all this. I was very mentally unwell at the time.
And I was going through the. I was immature and I was going through.
And so and we're just learning. We're all just kids, man. We still don't know what we're doing.
But the fact that we're here now, it just goes to show that we pulled through all this. And when you pull through, that's where strength. It's proven. It's strength. Like I said, I said this probably in the leverage video, like where it's like you said, it's very easy when everything will go well at the start. It's like
leverage is episode 4 or 5 of our business and course. If you want to learn about business, this is just us having the chat. But if you want to learn about business, we have a professional 100%. Right now we're relaxing, having a beer or two, but that's a professional course we're teaching right there.
But I did say something in that about like if you want to like it's like
wait a while, yeah.
It's
good choice.
But what was it? If you basically like everything is well, and it's not just with business, it's with anything in life, friendships, relationships. Everything is easy when it's going well. It's what happens when it goes wrong, and it's what you do about it. And it's not about
taking action.
Yeah. So like,
guys, example, what haircut do you think Dr. Business should have? There's possibly a voting poll. He's possibly going for a mullet.
Boogie or
sorry, I'm very sorry. I'm so used to Dr. Business, as you know, is a world-renowned fucking business.
It's actually easy to say business and boogie.
Well, sometimes Dr. Business boogies and sometimes Dr. Boogie businesses. So it's just.
Oh yeah, true.
You keep going, man. We're all fictional characters.
I said like if we were like say everything goes well, and then you come to the bit when the testing phase. Like it's not like it's a thing.
Sorry, we're talking about leveraging. I'm just a bit hammered. Sorry.
Drinking. Well, I was referring to leveraging because I made a comment in the leverage video to like in the leverage. No.
I'm like a needy child. Give me attention. I'm sorry. Keep going.
So in the leverage, for example, I was saying, and you can compare your life if you compare your if you can see your leveraging from a philosophical point of view, you're in the 5% of people who will do well, against the 95% people who will just see it as a casino, basically. That's if you really want to get to the point.
Take
That's
responsibility of your life. It's not a game of chance. These people who do investments do have big essays on what they're doing. Like they
and also people, and just in life itself, like to say, two people, they're getting on fine, they have a big fallout, but they get back together again and stronger than ever. They put that investment into making that work again. They dealt with the problem and they got through it. They came out the other side. And they came out even better. They were better off than they were even before the problem started. Do
you have any tips on... Because it's very hard, you know the way there's like toxic people question mark.
Yeah.
And sometimes, for example, I'm classified as a toxic person. I
shouldn't be.
I have some disorder called like borderline personality. It's like an antisocial disorder, which means like apparently I take a lot of drugs and I cheat on my girlfriends and stuff like that. Now I've already mentioned if I get married, I apologise, I will probably cheat on my girlfriend or whatever, just because it's the nature of people in power. I don't want to. It's just my wife hasn't even been born yet. I'll be marrying my 30-year-old wife when I'm fucking 90. That's when I'm getting married. So
she get away with anything like that.
I'm just talking.
What do you want, 90?
But I don't even know where I'm talking with this. I'm just saying. I'm just chuffed this lad is here.
Me too. I'm just delighted. Yeah, but I think in general, how to like identify toxic people well.
Oh, that's what we're talking about.
But you won't know
what
if they're
toxic.
say
about. I'm so sorry for interrupting you. I really don't want to be like an alpha male bullshit. Because this is what happens when you get two alpha males in one room and you're like, I'll fight you. I'll challenge you to a cage match.
We got candles.
Yeah, fucking Chris Hansen comes in. I am Chris Hansen. Fuck off, Chris Hansen. Get the fuck out of here.
You're actually a paedophile yourself.
Fucking covert. Fucking. It's all fictional, allegedly.
So we're gonna be soon.
Yeah. I already slagged Scientology on the show.
Oh,
luckily, no one's realised that I made fun of Scientology on the show. So thank fuck. There's gonna be like a 6-month wait, and then someone's gonna like.
You've probably passively made fun of every religion or something like at the stage anyway, probably without realising it.
Man, every time, the whole. Yeah, but I know I keep doing this, but me and Dr. Boogie had massive fights and we still came back to each other. I don't know how we did it. Just every so often, I'm just... But what I'm trying to say is how... This is the question I have for you, and I'm just going to try and shut up. Sometimes I've had some of the best friends in the world, but I've had to let them go because they kept making me horribly depressed. And how can you like cut I know allegedly you've had, maybe, I don't know, I'm just making stuff up, maybe you've had someone in your life who you have had to cut out, and how do you know what the line is where you actually have to be like, because we have had fights but we've reconciled ourselves and gone together, but sometimes you literally have to be like, no, this is the end. Can you maybe, do you have any thoughts on when you need to be like, no, I'm very sorry, but because as I said, I keep saying, I'm repeating myself, we've gone back together, but when do you have to be like, no, this is enough?
It depends. Like I said, if you're not on the same page as each other, then that's when you have to part ways. If you're not on the same page, like let's say one was trying to reconcile the other, and the other was like whatever. And even if they're passive aggressive, they may not be directly like no, fuck off. They're gonna be make minimal, do the bare. If they're doing
that's
the bare,
give and take maybe.
Exactly. If they're doing the bare minimum, that's a get the fuck out. Bare minimum is like a fail to me.
There's so many relationships where they were like, it was going, you know, you're with a girl for like a few years and they're literally like, it's all your fault and you have to fix the relationship. And I'm like, please, like, just, can we work on this together? Can we go to couples counselling? And they're like, no, it's all your fault.
Do you know what?
Time to end it, man, and stay the fuck away from that negative person.
I had, I won't say, go into too much detail about this person, but I had one, I was in a relationship where, I mean, and I've been in enough relationships to know this, and I might have not known by the first, but after a few others, I've known this. I mean, there's one thing, like, if you're having a fight, let's say, with your partner, and they make an empty threat, even lots of times, but they don't follow through, you're okay.
Could you give me an example of an empty threat, maybe?
Okay,
I'll just make a ridiculous one up that you might get in a relationship.
I'll give an empty threat, like, I'm not going to stay over with you.
I'm not going to stay, like sleep in your bed, or...
Yeah, or just, like, not have that romantic thing, and then they follow through with it adamantly.
Would this be something like, I'm not going to have sex with you unless you buy me a dishwasher, or what would we be
No, it's just like,
here?
generally not going to, I'm not going to...
We're not going to kiss unless...
No, there's no even bribe or anything like that.
There's no bribe, just I don't like you, or...
I mean, I had a situation where one person said, I was over there, it's like to celebrate a family event, and we were initially arranged to stay
Other
overnight.
people don't understand that it's your family, it's important to them. A lot of people are like, it's all about me, but it's about my family.
Oh, sorry, no, I was with my ex's family celebrating.
Sorry, okay.
Yeah, and initially it was decided and that I was going to stay over, and then that person would be saying, "Oh, well, actually."
Were you in a different country at the time?
No.
So you were in Ireland.
Yeah, this is in Ireland.
Okay, you were in your comfort zone.
Oh yeah.
You weren't in a different country.
Because if I was, I would have gotten the plane back earlier.
Right.
Because there's no way I would be putting up this in
keep going, man. Keep going.
10,000 miles away. But anyway, what happened was that person would have said something like, "Either way, will you actually go home afterwards instead?"
To your own house instead of going home with her.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then that
would that be a consequence of a fight you had earlier that night, or
no?
Okay.
I mean, we might have had what
would it have been intended? Would it have been agreed upon? Like you were already going out, so you would normally go home together and.
This was actually arranged. This is organised well in advance, and she told me a few days in advance.
Are you like 6 months into relationship, or how long have you been seeing this?
We were less than 6 months.
Less than 6 months, and had you
didn't last
did you have any
months.
Intimate connection of any kind in a bedroom? I don't want to go into.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay. Before that, so absolutely, yeah.
So they had consensual, maybe intercourse. I don't know.
Yeah, we had the whole lot, and now it's on the decline at the stage. So, like I said, we hit a, and I've done that with people. I've hit a rock bottom, but then we kind of pulled out, and then we know we're okay. But when you get to that,
how long would you recommend you hang out? Would you recommend you work at it for maybe a month in a bad relationship, or a week? Like in these kind of situations, give people a chance.
I
maybe
think
they're having a bad
depends
week.
how long
maybe their family member died. I don't know.
Well, I gave this person probably a month, and we only been in it for 4 months, and I know nothing bad happened.
Nothing like that. They hadn't a family member died or
nothing like that. If that did, then yes, fair enough. But nothing, none of that sort of happened. Like everything was fine, like in terms of that front. But none of that happened. But. And my suspicions proved correct when the person said, "I'm actually not in love."
Really? And you were going out with them for a few months, and you'd seen you were meeting their family or something, and they said they didn't love you anymore or at all, or.
Oh, just anymore.
And what does love mean to either you or them? Could you tell me roughly?
Well, back then it was just infatuation.
Infatuation. So maybe you were physically attracted to them, or what would we be talking?
Well, emotions as well. Obviously, just really attract, but I don't think
a lot of emotion.
You can't. You're addicted to them, basically.
Like it's meant to be like cocaine, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. The withdrawal symptoms are the same.
Myself, allegedly. Now I don't know if this is true or not. Allegedly, some people who didn't speak English allegedly offered us merchandise, which may have been white powder, and we said we're not going to do it because it's too addictive. We're only going to do stuff which is
holiday, like
just expand our mind a little bit, just a once-off occasion, because we are high performance human beings, and we will experiment a little bit, but we also have work in the morning, so we are 100% professional. We're not getting absolutely how do I say this, like
off our face.
Face. We're being as professional, like we're relaxing, but we're relaxing.
Exactly, yeah, we're just nice.
We realise we have responsibilities to fulfill.
Exactly, but we're just like
we're just here
nice
to.
And mellow.
We're hoping you will just. All we're trying to do is give you positive energy. That's all.
Exactly, yeah. But
so
like going back to
people.
So negative people, like even if they're not necessarily a negative person, they're just not compatible with you. You will know that if they
different goals maybe don't align, or
exactly, and different thoughts. Like if they let's say, I'll take this situation. So I'll take that as one. Now, if it's just a once-off, fine. But I've had quite a few situations where within the last couple of months, let's just say that this person was following through with every non-romantic thing.
They're following through with every non-romantic thing, as in maybe
I'm not going to stay over.
So this person, male or female entity, was saying that they were basically not agreeing with you on purpose to create conflict, maybe, or
I think
were they testing you, or
no? From looking back on it, was a passive aggressive way of saying I don't want to be with you, but they were too afraid to say it.
Right.
So that's
so it's almost like us afraid to talk to the guard. They were terrified of doing what had to be done.
Yeah.
We needed that selfie with the guard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because the guards protect us.
Because when I confronted the person about all of this, like that person got so upset, and then eventually, after not talking to a couple of days, admitted to I'm sorry, but not
She
loving
admitted.
it.
Did you? How long did it take before you said, "Listen, like we need to talk like eye to eye"? Are you in on this deal or are you out? Am I being too extreme?
I would say it took about a month.
A month.
I let a month of all that shit.
Yeah.
I took a
And
month, even saying
energy.
not seen for.
She was
month.
afraid to break up with you, and she was looking for you, Dr. Boogie, to be the alpha male and say, "Listen,
Yeah.
you are on your own journey. Wish you the best. You're a beautiful, powerful."
Now the way I
entity
did it was I didn't say break. What I do is I always usually talk to that person first, like what's going on. It's like I want to hear from you, because I'm telling you now this is how I felt, and then I'll let you. Then let's see what we go from there.
And I'm just talking waffle here, but I find it's very, very important when you're making love to someone, to tell them how beautiful they are, to tell them how much they mean to you.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely.
And so on. Because when I was, how do we say making love? I made love in silence with the lights off for years, and then once I got confident, I realised that I don't really know if I want to talk about this, to be honest, but
well,
yeah, I don't
we
know.
all start somewhere. I mean, we can't expect to go and 100% experience it. Like, we're evolving all the time. We're always going to learn things, and we're going to make mistakes. We're going to learn things again and again. Like, none of us, perfection actually doesn't exist.
Shit. What's that again? Can you repeat that for the listeners at home?
So perfection does not exist.
Oh,
I
did a whole video on battling perfectionism. One of the reasons this is live is because I tried doing podcasts with big influential people on.
And the thing is, it's a good thing. I'm glad perfection doesn't exist, because we can evolve more and more and more. We can get better and look forward. If we were just perfect, we just stop there. Nothing else happens. We can't have more challenge. It's an adventure. The fact that perfection, we're constantly. It's like a rainbow. You'll never get to it, but you'll see it. Yeah.
Can you walk around the rainbow, or is it only
no?
Get to you
You'll
close?
never get to it.
No way.
You will never
Not
get
even
to
if
it.
you want a helicopter or something.
Nope, you'll never reach it. It's a bit like that.
That's like where a black hole kind of
yeah,
shit.
and
do you
remember the 7 levels of frequencies? A rainbow has 7 colours.
Is the gay flag the same as the rainbow?
It is.
Or not? It is.
It's got 6 out of 7, but it's it's the same thing.
I'm just literally talking out Marathon. I'm just experimenting.
No, me too. Yeah.
Is there anything to do with the 7 colours and is there 7 different genders, or
There's
I'm just making up shit?
7 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 notes.
Is there like 7 different genders, or
I would say there is.
I wouldn't.
I don't know actually. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised, but 7 is a magical number. Supposedly 7 different frequencies.
If you take the T out of vegan Stephen, you get vegan 7.
I'm gonna have to go for a piss outside.
Yeah. Do you know what? Listen, we're gonna put the drum beat on, and me and Dr. Boogie are gonna use the VIP restroom.
Yeah.
And you talk amongst yourselves there. We love you very much. We will be back momentarily. Alright.
Oh no.
Alright, we're coming back.
It's lovely warm here.
Okay, we're coming back due to popular demand. This is not a drill, this is live. Hey, we're all good? Okay. Alright.
Oh shit, where's the glasses?
Okay, I need sunglasses. Okay.
Oh no, I got it.
Protect
Sorry, I got
the
it.
identity. I have unfortunately lost my sunglasses. Man.
No, I got it. I found them.
Alright, we're all good. This is still live. We are 2 hours and 4 minutes.
Wow, that's a. Didn't feel
Yeah.
like that at all. It's like
I know.
for like 20 minutes.
I know.
Oh
Man.
yeah.
Alright, we're going live once again on Instagram. This is the 3rd Instagram video. And I am absolutely in love with the vibe, man.
Me too. Focus. We're just feeding off the
We're just-
vibrations.
Yeah, what I love is if we get bored, we just change conversation because
Exactly.
it's all about feelings and
Just
conveying
anything. Like we're both really
realness, like no bullshit. Like, is it politically correct to say this or that? Listen, it's about emotions, okay? Politically correctness will change with time. Thank you very much. Politically correct and values will change throughout time, but honesty.
The core values will never change. They will always be the same. It's just everyone's perception of changes over of how we just have to changing because of evolution. Things will change, but there's certain things that need to remain the same that keeps the fuel of evolution going.
Oh, we still have that. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
But like you said,
Sorry, I just
but you know when
every
you-
so
like
often
a-
I just realise, oh fuck, we're live. Anyone could see this. And I told you my teacher from fucking secondary school is coming on this. One of my
Really?
absolute idols. It's like
right now.
no, well, yeah, they're going to be coming on the next 2 weeks or so.
Oh,
They're
brilliant.
they're really high up in the Irish education
Oh,
system.
delight on.
So it's an absolute dream to hear. Because I'm just a guy in the shed. Like, I'm just an average Irish person. Suffering with mental health, trying to make a few euro on the side, trying to help you guys do some music, because music just helped me. Well, I'm gonna only speak for myself. I'm trying to speak honestly, just to inspire you guys to be as honest as possible. I know I'm too honest. I know I'm completely crazy. I know I am a genius of my time. I'm the current Edison, Einstein, Tesla. But I also know I'm a complete idiot. And
Not at all.
I'm learning as I go. I do not have the right answers. I'm just here to create conversation, inspire you for greatness. I do not want to run for President of Ireland, but if someone doesn't step up and sort of help out this mental health system, I will be forced to do so. Now, in the meantime, I will be teaching some very basic introductory, CBD, CBT skills. I'm no expert, but I just want to just invite people to, if they want to try it, some mindfulness techniques. And Dr. Boogie here is nothing but positive energy. He's an absolute winner. Once you surround yourself with absolute winners like Vegan Stephen and Kevin Fowley and Ross Cheney and Dr. Cello, Dr. Boogie, Dr. Business, once you surround yourself with successful people, either whether it's watching billionaires interviews or so on, and listen, you go. I can talk all day long, and you'll see that in the Morning Espresso. But right now, we are gifted with the presence of it.
Thank you.
And you just keep talking,
delighted
man.
to be here.
You're having this guy has the honesty, to just be like, he had the honesty to talk about a previous relationship. He had the honesty to talk about sometimes he doesn't feel happy all the time.
Exactly. Yeah.
He has the honesty to say, sometimes he may have felt sad in the past. He's the honesty to say, listen, sometimes I go for a massive shit and it smells really bad. And sometimes, I've tried my hardest at love. I don't know if you wanted kids or what. I want kids. I'd love to have kids. I'd love kids more than anything else and a lovely wife. But I just don't know if that's possible. We're all just doing our best, We're all just living day by day, and I just want to let this lad talk and share the positivity with you guys. Just let his greatness rub off.
Oh yeah. Well, like I said, everyone just, no matter what you do, just always feel really good about yourself. No matter what. You've everyone's got a kind of a lot to look forward to as well. Like, and always be kind of.
What they've had to look for? What's the average person have to look forward to?
Well, like I said, rather than looking at
someone sitting at home on the dole smoking oregano. What do they have to look forward to? Like, they got no fucking job. They're on the dole. Like, I'm just playing I'm just being the devil's advocate.
Exactly,
okay,
yeah.
Their girlfriends left them. Their dad's on heroin. They're horribly depressed. All they want to do is work on Netflix. Every time they try to get a job, they're not qualified. They tried to work as a plumber, but they got laid off for being fucking not working hard enough. They don't want to be a plumber. Their dad just told them they should be a plumber because there's a few bob in it. They actually want to be, I don't know, an actor. What else people like to do? They want to be a yoga instructor. They want to be a singer. They want to, I don't know. What do you have to say to people at home who are just fucking beaten down in life? Because Ireland is like a beaten down person. Like, America's like this super confident person, and Ireland's like this low self-esteem person. I'm trying to give Ireland confidence, respect in our fucking. We have one of the world's best fucking guards out there. I'm trying to.
Yeah, exactly.
Where Ireland is fucking shit hot, man. People come from all over the world to visit Ireland.
Brilliant. That's a great thing.
We're one of the funniest, best fucking nations in the fucking world.
Absolutely.
We need to be fucking proud of ourselves. We don't need fucking alcohol. We don't need fucking smoke anything. We don't need drugs.
Yeah.
We are literally a nation of scholars. Do we have Oscar Wilde, or is that an English lad?
Oh, he's Irish. No, he's Irish.
Is he Irish?
Yeah, he's Irish.
We have
yes.
Sex Pistols. Parents were from Ireland. Fucking mafia, Irish mafia. Grant. I know you're not allowed to say Irish mafia. What's that? Jerry Adams is Irish. Eamon de Valera is Irish. Michael Collins is Irish. Gay Byrne's Irish. Absolute gold legends.
Absolutely. Yeah.
People, you're just full of excuses. I know no one wants to hear some drunk lad preaching some, but you're just full of excuses, man. You can do you can turn on your phone right now and just talk about how you feel, and people will relate to you.
I mean, that's why I completely agree.
Connect with people. Life is amazing once you interact and go all in, dive in, do that parachuting, face your fear, talk to that scary guard who might arrest you because you're doing drugs.
I'd like to say, do one thing that scares you every day, and by that it doesn't mean do it.
Flash your penis in public.
Exactly,
I'm just joking.
No, I didn't. But like, just go a little bit out of your comfort zone, because I tell you what, I mean, the fact that you'll be rewarded more than you'll be kind of like risked. The reward is better than ever, and even the odd occasion where it doesn't quite go your way, the fact that the potential's there to overcome that, and then not afraid to try it again, and then you go for it, and then you get rewarded. You will appreciate how the negative.
It's like the fucking stock market, isn't it?
Exactly. And life is like that. Works like that as well.
Here's the thing: the apple or whatever. I've already talked to the metaphor of the apple. The apple is always an apple. People's perception of the apple goes up and down. But the money, if you keep adding up this positive energy,
absolutely,
it's going up and down, but it's going up as it goes up and down. And meanwhile, everyone's jumping ship going, oh, it went down, it must be a shit stock. Buying and selling their stock like fucking fools. But meanwhile, you know, the Irish people are relentless. We fucking built America. We fucking, no blacks, no dogs, no Irish. We fucking stood up for ourselves. We were pushed out of our own country by the fucking famine.
Yeah, exactly.
Forced to fucking eat ourselves, cannibalize, all sorts of fucking horrific shit.
Yeah.
We're all pretending the famine never happened.
Exactly.
I don't know, sorry.
Exactly.
I'm getting very angry. When I drink alcohol, I get very angry, and I'm aware of that.
Oh no,
alcohol is a drug.
Also.
Coffee is a drug. Internet is a drug. Sex is a drug. Pornography is a drug. Internet's a drug. All that matters, you can use any drugs you want. All that matters is you have control. Instagram's a drug, man. Everything's a drug. Everything has side effects. Whether you choose to stay in and be depressed to watch Netflix, that's a choice. It's going to make you feel like shit. Or else you can go out, have an amazing conversation with someone. We had massive fights, and I kept going, listen, I just said, I don't know what I said exactly, but I just said, listen, here's a formal apology, okay? I respect you as a person. Let's meet up and have a drink. One alcoholic
exactly,
beverage.
Yeah. And we did that. We made the apology, and then
a lot of fights are just miscommunication, and
it is, yeah.
It's crazy how you just learn to communicate. The number one property in
miscommunication is everything. It's
marriage,
everything. Yeah,
everything.
Absolutely everything. Yeah, this miscommunication is everything. Is a video stopping?
The video just I can tell you in detail what's happening. It's to do with a legal thing. It's cheaper for the video software they have to pay more money if they operate under a video streaming license, so they have to operate under a camera license. So because of that, they have to turn off the camera legally every half an hour. I know it's really stupid.
I enjoyed the holiday.
Are you on holidays yet?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations. Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm full of love, man, and so I think the holidays. I think it's definitely we might be on vitamins. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't think it's the holiday we thought beginning.
Yeah.
I think it's just the.
Exactly. Yeah. The feeling.
Yeah. So yeah. This is live experimenting with fucking. I don't know what the code words are. How do we say? Everyone knows what we're doing. Merchandise. We're experimenting with some merchandise. I don't know. We're not hurting anyone. We're doing very small amounts of merchandise so that we won't. We're not. As I said, we're not risking our lives. We're doing very. If you want to do merchandise and you're not sure, you're riding off someone off the street. What you need to do is. If you just want to be safe and you don't want to die, okay, you get a bit of merchandise. Let's say it's a euro coin or whatever.
Yeah.
Can you give me a fictional item here? An apple. Okay,
yeah.
Let's say you get an apple off someone off the street.
Yeah.
You don't know where the apples come from. You don't know what's in it. It could be mixed with other bad apples. It could be mixed with an orange. It could be mixed with anything. You don't know what you're getting. So I'd recommend when you're taking a bite out of this illegal apple, which has possibly been smuggled up someone's arsehole from fucking I don't know where drugs are made. It's important what myself is doing. I can't talk for Dr. Boogie. Is you just take a bite of the apple.
I agree. I'm the same. Exactly.
You're buying an illegal substance here. It could be cut with dish rat poison and anything. So what you need to do is just take a bite of the apple. Wait an hour. Wait 2 hours maybe. Take another bite of the apple. See. Just check in and see if any of your friends are going. Maybe you need to get a taxi home or something. Okay. Because it can be very scary trying to get one of these scary apples. So I'd recommend just having a little taste. There's no need to have the whole apple because you don't know what's going to happen. It could be actually an orange pretending to be an apple. It could be
a apple. It could be anything. Yeah.
So just have a little taste, just a tiny little, just so you can just see what it's like, and then maybe you can have 2 bites. Maybe as the night goes on, maybe you can have the whole apple. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you can go back and buy 3 apples. I don't know. All I'm saying is you don't know what you're doing.
Plenty of time.
The laws are a bit kind of confusing right now. I personally see drugs as a mental health issue. I don't see it as a criminal issue personally. That's my own choice. I don't think people should be locked up just because they feel sad and they want a little holiday or a break just for 5 minutes. We're honest people. We pay our bills. We pay taxes. We contribute to society.
I think people who get locked up are the ones who for moral turpitude, for like people who generally go out of the way to harm others. They're the ones who should be locked up.
And a lot of the time, people like drug addicts and so on, a lot of the time they've been abused either sexually or so on. They're trying to run away from their pain. They hate the world. Like I personally have hated the world many times in my life because I thought the world was against me. But in fact, I didn't realise that I was in charge of my own life and I could just say to people, listen, I want to do a podcast to make people happy. And people are like, oh my God, that's a great idea. But because I stick to it consistently.
Exactly,
it's like, I don't know, doing your junior cert. You keep studying for the same maths subject every day.
Oh God, junior cert.
Yeah, listen, I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Which was worse? Joe, I'm out of... Junior cert or leaving cert, I think anything goes at this stage.
So what I'm trying to say is if you're going to be an absolute idiot and do a drug, because if you're an absolute idiot to do a drug. Now, coffee's a drug, internet's a drug, so on. But if you choose to buy a strange apple off someone on the street, I just recommend having a tiny little nibble. Maybe even wait, if you're really smart, you'll wait a day. Just have a smart little nibble, and then because you really don't know what the fuck you're buying.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know how long it takes to take effect.
Like if you compare it to alcohol, if you got some the people we bought these things off didn't even speak English. We don't even know what we got. They offered us an addictive substance. We said no because we're just here for we just want to have a nice conversation. I don't know. I'm just talking shit. Who knows?
Well, me too. I talk. I don't know.
But I do believe that people who are hooked on heroin and junkies and so on, have just they're in a negative mindset. They feel angry at the world. They feel like the world owes them something because they've been attacked.
They're probably looking for escape. Possibly.
They're looking for escape because their life's shit, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe they've got they're spending all their money on getting Sky Sports. Their favorite football team lied because they don't have happiness from inside. They're putting their happiness on something external like a football team. Then they feel like shit. Then they want to drink alcohol 100%. To make them feel better because they feel like shit. They're like, why don't I have a job? Why is Ireland in recession? I feel suicidal. Number one cause of death in Ireland more than cancer, suicide.
Suicide, that's right, yeah.
Positive mental health. Please, we're on this together. Just hang on one more day, people. We're on this together. We've all been there. Well, I've been there. I've had mental breakdowns. I've been in mental health hospitals and so on. And maybe you think I think I'm a very smart genius and so on. I don't want to be arrogant.
And you are. But, I know you are. I can tell from best friend too.
But yeah, I just want to give you guys confidence and just you can do it. Whatever you want to do, honestly, just
anything
stay focused on one thing. You can do one thing, even if it means your marriage goes to shit or whatever. If your marriage is your one thing that you want to do well in, you will. Okay, you will if you put all your effort
really
into that.
Yeah, absolutely. Me
personally, music is my number one thing, and I would love to have a marriage, but to me, I don't know realistically if that could happen for another 20 years or so, because there's a lot of
like I said, it's
traveling involved. There's a lot of people attracted to me or whatever and so on. I don't know.
Yeah,
I want to be an amazing person, but I know I'm only human and I will be tempted. I will take bribes, I will do drugs, I will cheat on people, I will scam people out of money, I'll do all the bad things because I'm human. I will say things that are completely racist.
We're all human.
I will flash my penis in public in a strip club. I don't want to, but it's just part of being human. It's part of the experience. We're all learning. We all make horrific mistakes.
We are. We're all learning. We'll all ultimately come out through the other side. That's the main thing. We've got to come through the other side, man.
Keep going, man. You're on fire, man.
Absolutely, yeah. Man,
this has been like, how long are we on here? 2 hours and 20 minutes of solid passion.
Oh my God.
How you getting on, Simon Doran?
Oh, how you doing?
This is we're talking about existential. Journey into the mind. Yeah. So if you've happened to join in on that, keep going, man.
Oh no,
I'm just filled up with fucking love, man.
Me too. I'm in that lovely state.
It's a very obviously drugs are bad and don't do them. But sometimes a lot of the problem with drugs and alcohol and everything else, people don't know how to do them.
Exactly.
There's no instruction manual. All you're told is, it's like sex. Don't do sex because it's bad. Okay, I just won't do it. Here we go. Sorry. What you gonna smoke that? I've been smoking. Sorry, do you want some oregano? Doctor, when are you coming on the podcast? Dr. Kubrick. We're doing some vinyl videos. What do you think of the photograph of me and allegedly Dr. Boogie with the Garda? Versatile the band have challenged me to a fight to the death, a cage match, and Dr. Boogie tried to talk them down to a spitting match at the Spire, which will of course be moderated by the class photo. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Simon, is there anything you would like us to talk about? We're talking about mental health. Some people close to me, I grew up with, committed suicide. It was shy crack. Some people I grew up with hung themselves because they're on heroin, and I won't get into it. But I don't know. I'm just trying to say, like, even no matter how shit your life is, someone's been there.
You're an absolute inspiration, because I could learn a lot from you. Because people like you said, bring it to the 100% and 95% to 5%. Like, anyone can sit on the high horse saying, well, you should be doing more, but they don't know. People need empathy. Like, put yourself in your shoes, and then because I guarantee you they will think differently if they could put themselves in your position.
Here's the other side, right? Dr. Boogie's might be like, okay, listen to this hypothetical situation which I stole off an even millionaire, right? Right now we're kind of like, everyone who commits a crime, they're there, like, they were molested as a kid, they're there, like,
exactly,
they were, their dad gave them heroin as a kid, that's so sad, or whatever, just being a dickhead, or whatever. But, listen, if it push came to shove in a fictional land, okay, we're already fictional characters, we do not exist, and so on. I'm here smoking oregano, drinking pints, and so on. Trying to be honest with the Irish people and showing you guys just what life's like, and you can interact live in the comments here. But naturally enough, I forgot what I was talking about. What was I talking about?
Oh, I can't remember.
Short-term memory, everyone, goes out the window.
My short-term memory's gone. Oh my god, it's freaky how it just goes like that.
Let us know in the comments, man, what we were talking about.
Oh Jesus, I forgot completely.
Yeah, it's good crack though.
Good crack though, yeah.
We're in a good flow.
We'll forget what we just...
I'm just fucking... Man, we were having chats with the bus driver. The bus driver was asking us... We were talking about the power of positive energy. It's crazy. We went on the bus, we were just smiling. I said, hey, how are you getting on, Mr. Bus Driver? We're going to this place, I won't mention where. And he was like, are you going to a party? And then the one behind us was like, I have the pizza.
Yeah,
let's have a party on the bus. And then we were leaving the bus driver was like, enjoy the party.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, normally I'm
best
like...
fucking bus driver ever.
For like the first 20 years of my life, I was like, going on the bus being like, I hope this guy doesn't make fun of me. I couldn't even look the bus driver in the eye. Crippling fucking social anxiety, and which went from myself and Dr. Boogie here just being fucking positive alpha males of fucking positive euphoria.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
The bus driver was just like, listen, these guys are good Irish people. How are we getting on? I wanted to interact with you. How's your night going? I see you're going to have a party. I'm the bus driver. It's lovely to meet you. I'm having a great time. And so on. And we might have brought that bus driver up from a 50% day to a 55% day. Like, just by that positive interaction.
Yeah. And he showed it. I mean, to him, it's like 100% difference. Like, and you started it, man. You really... You're good. You're good influence. I'm following you. I mean...
You just give and you get back so much more. Like... I've never had such a positive interaction from... Like, sometimes I find if I go in smiling on the bus... Like, I've been... So many times I went in horribly depressed or whatever onto the bus because, I don't know. I don't want to get into it, but I was studying corporate marketing and I was kind of like, is this how the world works? This is kind of weird.
Yeah, true, yeah.
Everything's crap, veganism, it's not very happy and so on. Then I had the old mental breakdown. I came through the other side on the up and up. And... after the podcast, I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's back to you, Tanny.
Oh well, like I said,
Boogie.
I mean, I'm almost forgetting every word I said.
Yeah, I love it though. It's on edge. Like, this is live. Well, I was talking to Dr. Boogie about. We're talking about positive energy now.
Positive energy, like
it's so contagious.
It's absolutely. It's got a domino effect, like ripple effect. Like, it's kind of. It'll spread out. You spread it, and then they'll have a ripple effects on them. It'll keep. It's like fuel. It just keeps.
My most watched videos are with Dr. Boogie and with other people because my positive energy is we already said this. I'm an absolute party. I'm an absolute celebrity by myself. Run for president. Hope 2020. But when my energy gets with another fucking supernova of fucking passion gold medal piano playing, flying all over the world, extravaganza. He was sitting here doing a podcast and he's earning money while he was just sitting here doing the podcast. This lad right here.
I was flying high doing that.
Right now, what you're listening, you're just listening to two fucking alpha male fucking explosions of fucking happiness.
Yeah, coming in your direction.
It doesn't matter if we're talking absolute nonsense. You're just going to be like, this is going to get me. I'm in the gym. I'm going to do one more rep because these guys are just making me laugh. Just they're saying some mad stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just trying to. Life's very hard. Life is so hard, and just hang in there, man. Hang in there. It's so much. It seems like a load of shite now, but just fucking hang. It's so good. It's so good. Honestly, it's so. Good.
It will get better.
It's all about how you think about it.
They say if someone says, "I cannot get any worse," you know what? It can only get better.
Yeah.
And only get better.
It can literally only get better, man.
Literally, because you're at the bottom. You're at this. Same with the markets. You're at the ultimate resistance. It cannot go any further. It's gonna go up.
Talking about stock markets here. I love it.
Well, it's kind of a life goes up and down, but we
got to touch on money a little bit every so often because the Vegan Steven listeners don't know about money.
It's very
So we just
powerful.
gotta just sprinkle a little bit of money philosophy every now and then, just so it sinks in, and you guys can pay off that mortgage faster. You can have the extra child if you want. You can go on the extra holiday. Life doesn't have to be fucking. You don't have to be fighting about money. Once you learn a little bit of basic money, we won't get into it right now because we're talking about the journey of the mind.
Yeah.
But it's just a skill. It's like going for a jog. Money. It's shy crack. It's no fun at a party. It's I hate money. I absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
It makes me very, very sad inside. But money is energy. It is the devil, but it is energy.
It's how you perceive it, and like I said, with the whole leveraging thing, like that I was doing. I mean, can I talk about a little bit how my feelings were?
Yeah, just shout your head off though for sound.
Yeah.
Guys.
I mean,
You're on fire.
I couldn't believe. Like, I mean, I've been looking through different things for like quite a few years. And looking at different ways, and then obviously gone through.
He was trying to find, like how to make money online because it's so confusing trying to find out
Absolutely.
what's bullshit and what's real. Because Vegan Steven course is proven to work to make money, so it's the shortcut to success. The Vegan Steven method.
It's only 1:41. Early night. We've got long.
Keep going.
I'll tell you in a second.
Yeah. Let me know if you want to cut this in 2 parts, man. We can chop it in 2. I don't know. I think we're okay.
You can always come back on.
Yeah, sure. Do you want to whisper in my ear?
Yeah.
Well, turn the music on.
If you want to go out and explore the rest of it.
Just want to go for a walk.
See if there's any people around.
Oh, there's no one around. Man. It's way too late.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
We should go for a walk anyway. Only if you want to.
I think we're good here, man. We're good here for now.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
There you are. There was some absolute nerd there trying to boost the audio. What are they talking about there?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Going for a walk. What's going for a walk code for? I don't know. Is that code for getting a haircut in Jamaica?
You wish.
I don't know, man. Man, listen. We're talking about supernovas. I keep interrupting this absolute gent. Who are you for beer? Would you like a packet of crisps?
No, I'm okay.
Because this lad's a fucking machine.
I'm not hungry at all.
Can I get you a Red Bull? Oh no, maybe with the.
This is good. This is more than energy.
How's your holiday going?
I'm in the white sand. I'm relaxing in the white sand.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing all the water sports.
Yeah. Okay, brilliant.
How about you? How's your holiday?
Yeah, it's good. I'm definitely in a positive place, which is gorgeous. You know.
Are you on the height of the holiday, or are you on the return flight?
I'm getting ready to. Oh fuck! I feel like I'm ready to take off for the holiday right now. She's shit. I can feel it in my legs. It's very. Drugs are very, very dangerous depending on what you're using them for.
We can always go for it.
If you're using them to escape from reality, I don't know. Go on.
Good though.
Go on. What have you got to say for yourself?
It's fun, like I said.
So, can we talk star systems, right? I don't know.
We were talking about black holes.
We're talking about exploring. Before I went off, we're journeying into the own mind. So what are we talking about here? We're talking about we covered astral projection for 2.5 hours, and that was the last episode. So this episode is following up on astral projection. Alright, this is just.
Yeah.
I'm just building hype.
But it just goes. I know we've gone through probably so many different subjects and all.
That's brilliant though, because I think if you stay on, it's all about passion, as I say. Because if you start, you know this yourself. Passion is contagious.
A couple of things.
And if we start like talking about something and we're not interested in it, like you're not going to be interested in it. You know what I mean? It's like listening to some politician shiting on about, we need to build this wall because fucking the fucking British are getting in or some shite. No one gives a fuck, man. People give a fuck about energy, passion, culture, how you feel. Your kids don't listen to you. I don't know. You feel. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting very passionate here, man.
Oh, I know what you mean. Absolutely, yeah.
I just feel like everyone is just lying to themselves, pretend they don't have. Like when I was in a mental home for like a little while because I lost my mind or whatever, and everyone told me don't tell anyone that you had a mental health problem because they'll think of you differently. They won't give you respect. And I've been told by so many people, like Justin Hawkins from The Darkness said, don't talk about mental health because people will secretly, subconsciously think you're less than them on a subconscious level, even if they don't want to think. It's like racism works on a subconscious level, through fear and so on. It's not an intentional. It's like a safety. It's through fear and the unknown. It's
exactly. Yeah.
Xenophobia might be the word I'm looking for.
Xenophobia. I never. I wonder
Xenophobia
what phobia
is the fear of the unknown. So it's kind of I definitely suffer from it because I'm terrified.
Why? Because fear of the unknown is a common.
It's so vague. It's fear of meeting new places and new people. Xenophobia.
I mean, I think everyone has that to an extent. I mean,
exactly. It's just a scale.
Like I said, we're not perfect. We don't know. We don't have all the answers to everything.
We can't all be Dr. Boogie.
Well, we don't have all the answers to everything anyway.
Dr. Boogie, do you want Skittles or Starbursts, or do you want Dunkadoras? Because I need to give you some food.
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Keep going, man.
I don't need food. I'm alright.
He's solar powered.
Yeah.
I heard stories about people being solar powered and they fucking died because they didn't eat.
No,
like they just looked into the skates.
I sure I'll go for Hunkadoras anyway.
You go, man. They're over there, man.
Yeah.
We're going to. I hope you guys listen to live people eating Pax the Crisps live. Okay? I'm good. Man, first date. Here, listen. Before I interrupted the beautiful, the fantastic Dr. Boogie, he was opening up about a past relationship that may or may not have happened, and he was talking about negative people and how when they have crossed the line, you know, when you have an ex-girlfriend and you just have to be like, listen, this is not working out, you know, it's impossible to do, but you just weren't on the same frequency. Now, I'm a big fan of meeting up with ex-girlfriends, and because I love everyone, and that's my own flaw.
You're a nice person. That's why I'm best friends.
Please God, I'll see the next girlfriend tomorrow who I'm still in love with, because unfortunately I'm only human. I know logically don't do it, but emotionally I'm still in love and so on.
Like I said, it's easy for someone to kind of sit there
we'll
and
see
say
what happens. We'll see. Like I said, logically bad idea, and I shouldn't say this on the internet, but no one knows who she is and so on. But it's hard, you know, when you've been in love with someone for a few years and you be apart for another 2 years and you both realise you're bad for each other, for whatever reason, and but it's so hard because you love each other. It's kind of like me and Penny. Like, we love each other, but we hate each other in some ways. Because
I don't hate you in any way at the moment.
Sometimes, yeah, but sometimes, for example, I get very as part of anxiety. My there's this thing called OCD, which is where you kind of lock into patterns such as time as a comfort. So I used to get very angry with Tennyson when he didn't show up exactly on time, because that was my way of dealing with stress. I thought if everything was on time, I wouldn't have to be stressed.
Yeah.
So when this lovely gentleman, this absolute saint of a genius, showed up and he wanted to share his presence with me, I was just angry for like the whole 2 hours. I was like, this fucker is trying to play some subconscious mind game that he's showing up late.
Things I understood.
This is all fictional bullshit in your own head. And sometimes the alcohol, or you smoke too much, or you drink too much coffee, can also add to all these things. It doesn't matter what drugs you do or don't do. It's about keeping perspective and checking in constant reality. That's why this this show is an interaction with what's happening right now. We're looking at the journal, looking at what, you know, Irish Water, actual stuff that's happening now, which people are afraid to talk about because they're afraid that they will be politically assassinated, you know, accused of if they piss off a politician, that they'll be accused of rape, to be politically assassinated like Julian Assange was, or anything, just someone you know, cancelling your contract with a book publisher because you said something. You said that the book publisher's wife was an alcoholic or something. You don't know. It's scary.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's trying to be politically correct. It's just because everyone's terrified. Everyone's terrified what people will think of them. Because no one wants to know that like you're scared. No one wants to know that like everyone's fucking terrified. Like we're just on some fucking what do you tell me? We're on some dot spinning around.
Exactly, we're apparently the centre of the universe. Wherever you're standing, you are the centre of the universe.
Like, look at your arm.
No boundaries.
This arm is the length of the time of Earth, and we're just right now. We're just like our lifetime is like this tiny little, I don't know.
Exactly, yeah.
This is us.
Infinitesimal.
Life will keep going on without us, generations, and before us, dinosaurs and everything. We're only just here for a second.
We're here for
enjoy it. You're
Absolutely,
thinking, you're looking up, maybe you've looked up how to break up my boyfriend, how do I commit, suicide, how do I look suicide kits or whatever, disgusting stuff you're into. We all have these horrible thoughts. But
it's not
life is fucking so good, man. Even if it's just for 1 hour a day, it's so good.
Here's the other thing. Avoid limitations. We are more limited than we think.
Glass ceiling.
Like just don't be limited. Even if it feels unethical, go for it. I know you're a person.
Ethics change with time. Ethics
exactly.
But
even if it seems off the
sodomy, anal sex. I love anal sex. Okay, I didn't say that out loud. But anal sex is fucking class. But back in the old days, if you had anal sex, you'd be put to death. Yeah, it represents the devil. Yeah. The times change. Right now, marijuana is completely legal and you can be put to prison and not be allowed to go to America and so on. Just because your own personal, you've no malicious intentions, you just want to feel okay. You don't want to support crime, you don't want to support, the drug trade or whatever.
Exactly,
You just want to feel a little bit okay. Maybe, for me personally, alcohol doesn't agree with me. It messes with my mental health medication, whereas oregano does not. It's just whatever works for you, who knows? Who knows?
Exactly, yeah.
But listen, you keep going, man.
Oh well, I'm kind of at that stage.
You're at that stage. You've hit the wall.
Oh, I hit the wall, yeah. I'm kind of getting to... Oh, it's nearly 2 o'clock. We can always try other stuff.
So we have the journey into the mind.
Well, I think we've kind of covered everything, haven't we?
We're moving into part 2, part 3.
Yeah.
Part 3.5.
Definitely.
Yeah, we can stop it. Do you want to stop?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna listen. We've been talking non-stop. We have our own thing to do. This is gonna get X-rated. We have to call the prostitutes. Sex workers. We have a variety of Lego sets here, which we're gonna ask them to put together.
Show.
Yeah, and they're gonna say, please, can we suck your dick? And we're gonna listen. Please, ladies, have some respect for yourselves. Here's a trip to Ibiza for 6 months. Here's a Lego set. And, I don't know. Please, I'm just talking. Shy. Have a good night and spread positivity.
You too. Nice.